Well, speaking of beating asses, welcome back, everybody.
Did you start the
Recording
recording
has
now
started, hasn't
or earlier?
Oh, I just started.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
smooth.
Like on all of our
So,
shenanigans.
so we won't have an official sign off, but the official sign on is just going to be some sort of orphan punchline for no context.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I like it.
So our sign up is the moral of today's session, and our beginning is Joe surprises us with we're rolling, and then we're just
Took us 10 sessions to figure it out, but here we are.
there'll be 200 more, so we'll have plenty of time.
Last we left our friends, we were in the city of Dum Dorahl. We are investigating some Duergar that have appeared in the mines. You've done some investigation around town. An investigation of the monastery turned up that Temerity had left one of her clone pods in the crypt of the monastery, and that clone pod is now empty. Sure, it's no coincidence that a gray tiefling with gold eyes and strong magical power showed up to help these Duergar clear the mines out of the people that it rightfully belonged to. They seem to be down there searching for something. Unclear. Um, Took a trip to the Temple of Ilmater. Met Father Vincent, who is a nice old man. Also tried to approach the Duergar with diplomacy, and that didn't work either. Uh, Also met some of the remaining members of the Miners Guild at the Iron Knight Inn. Yuki proceeded to take their beer and drink it in their face, kicking off a fun bar fight scene, which was settled thanks to some singing from Nariko and a calm emotions from our good bartender Garrig. Uh, Nariko seems to be putting together a plan of getting the town together to fight the Duergar back to take the mines back. As we left off last session, the group of you were about to turn in for the evening, I believe, head back to your room and possibly discuss your approach and some options. So without further ado, I'll place you back into the tavern and I will throw it back your way.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna go. We're going.
And your audio completely just dropped.
You're both cutting out terribly.
Any better?
That's better.
I didn't do anything but move my microphone ever so slightly and wiggle it around. There
What?
is a storm that just hit. Joe, I don't even know if you can hear it down there, but massive storm just hit. So
I don't think that has anything to do with it. It just sounds like your microphone is getting far away and then close and then far and then close and then far and then close.
no, but I'm letting you know because you're down in the basement.
Oh, okay.
You might not hear it. I put it in the chat, but I know you're busy. A storm just hit, and if our power goes out, it's because there's a massive fucking storm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty intense right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I will
Yeah,
leave
it's
this
so
call
bad.
and come back to see if it.
No,
resets
you're
my-
good. You're good now. You're good now.
Oh, it's good now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Jay's just going into the room to wait for everybody to come in. Oh no, let's hide. He floats after me. It's fine. No, he's in my bag. It's fine.
Yuki is going to just be sitting in the corner trying to figure out how did it go so badly. She's just rethinking kind of her actions and like why did they react that way?
Is Yuki in there before I get in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the way in, Jade will stop and check in on Yuki. Are you alright?
I physically, yes. I'm quite confused.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they started a fight, and I don't know what was happening, but I'm real glad that, I guess they all like the song that Noriko was singing.
Yes, that did seem to temper their anger.
people don't make sense a lot of the time to me. But I'm glad you're okay.
She smiles at you and she says, I'm glad you were okay too. I did see that you tried to protect all of the fuck are they called again? Out of character?
Kobolds?
Kobolds. Protect the kobolds. That was very brave.
Yeah, I mean, we were running the other direction of the fight, so not a whole lot of danger that way. But it was, I mean, they seemed really scared, and they were very small, and I didn't know what was happening, and it just seemed probably a good idea to, that direction. And everyone else is over the other side, so.
Yuki looks perturbed and she says, I'm not really sure what happened either, but with time and much meditation and thought, I'm sure I will come to a conclusion as to my missteps.
Your missteps?
Well, they seemed pretty happy before I came over, and if I was the catalyst of any sort of disagreement, misunderstanding, or otherwise agitation, might have been a misstep on my part.
Oh. Well, did you ask them?
They didn't seem to be in a talking mood, though I did try multiple times to have a conversation. They seemed to be more focused on their beer, the loss of such, and violence.
Oh. I don't really have an answer for that, but I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. I'm just glad that no one got too much more hurt than the professor did, because the professor was pretty badly injured. He was already really badly burned, but then he was really... They hit him pretty hard.
Yuki looks... I don't want to say upset, but she definitely regrets the professor being hurt. She says, and that is what I must meditate on, for it seems my actions might have possibly injured him further, and that cannot happen again. But thankfully, you were able to heal him, Jade.
Yeah.
We're all in the same room, right?
Yeah, we're all in the same room now. Yeah, I have a little bit that I can do to help. So, now that we're all kind of in here, how is everyone? I know we checked in on each other a little bit, but then a lot of singing, and I think some people started dancing on the tables, so I don't really know if anything else happened that we need to address.
You know, if we do just get a little more practice, we could get really good at that.
Dancing on the tables.
No, sorry. 2 steps behind. Still thinking about it. Bar fighting.
No.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that?
Well, think of it this way. Yuki, before all of this, did you know that if you stole a dwarf's beer and drank it in front of them, that they would get angry?
You stole someone's beer.
I didn't steal it per se. I was planning on replacing it, you see. I was trying to demonstrate how the loss of something can be repaired and can be fixed if we just work together. But they just got bad really, really fast and wouldn't talk, just yelled inflicted violence.
I'm going to ask probably a really dumb question because I'm sure you already did it, but did you tell them that you were demonstrating an idea before you took their beer?
Well, no. The demonstration would not have been as impactful had I done that. Also, to be fair, they weren't really keen on speaking to me in the beginning.
Oh,
So,
I think they probably just thought you were stealing then. Even if that wasn't your intention, and I know you, and I know you would never steal anything from anyone. Like, it's not like you go around pilfering gardens and stealing people's beers all the time. It's just, but because they're strangers, and they don't know you, and they might not have known that you were going to try and maybe teach them a thing, and then they thought that you were. This doesn't really excuse their trying to kill you, or they're still the bad ones, but maybe that's why. Maybe we just don't take things from people.
Yes, that is a lesson learned for sure. I will have to think of other ways to demonstrate important things.
It still sounded like a good lesson, though. I mean, to show that even if something's gone, it's not gone forever, and that with the help of friends or allies or something, you can get it back. Maybe not exactly what you had before, but similar, because it's not really the same thing. But was that supposed to be the lesson?
In a nutshell, yes.
I think it's a really good lesson.
Thank you, Jade. I had thought so as well, but maybe my delivery needs a little work.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and you're never perfect at something the first time you do it. But, we're all okay and we're safe, and we had exciting bit of time with that. Are we able to talk now about all the things that we learned? I'm a little bit freaking out, and I'm trying not to freak out, but I'm a little bit freaking out.
Why are you a little bit freaking out, Jade?
Okay, so we got to the... So it seems like all the energy that has been building suddenly just explodes out. Okay, so we got into the temple, and then we talked to the men, and then they took us down to a basement, which we didn't have to go into a basement. We went into the basement. We were all very brave for going to the basement. And then we found out that the temerity woman had put a clone body here, but we learned from Nessa that the clones, they're not all supposed to be up and around at the same time. But if, as she looks at Reverie, if Reverie woke up in one of these bodies, and then this clone body, that's 2, maybe even 3, if the person that they said was here at the same time, or really close to the time that we were in Crystal Cove, then that means there might be 3 of them running around. Or maybe not even 3, but 1 regular. Maybe there's 1 original one, and then it's like a little pyramid, like she's at the top, and then she's activating all the little clone people. But if she's doing that, then does that mean that the clone that got woken up here, is it a person? Is it a person that they brought back? I just stuffed inside a body? Or was it like Reverie, like someone woke up in a body and then they're making them do something? Or does that mean that's what they tried to do to Reverie and Reverie got away before they could do it? That's a lot.
That is a lot of questions.
I think we can narrow things down to Reverie is not the only reincarnation of temerity that is out and about. The circumstances for the others, we don't know yet. They may have woken up in a similar state to her without memories or something else. I don't think we'll have any answers for that until we can properly question someone.
Right.
Um, but that is concerning. Reverie, are you feeling all right? That's it's probably another big existential revelation. How are you holding up?
I'm fine.
Insight
Oh.
check.
Are you? Insight check.
I don't even know how I rolled. She is not fine.
She's not
Don't you
fine.
fucking lie to me.
Yeah. All right. So that's it.
Nariko is
It's a 22 for me.
Nariko does not know exactly how to comfort in this situation, so he's just going to walk over and put a hand on Reverie, and not really sure. She's just gonna go off the cuff, and she's gonna say, "All right, well, I'm glad that you're handling this. I just want you to know that you're Reverie. You are who you want to be, and we're very grateful that you want to be with us and be our friend. And I think the sooner we can find out what's happening to your sisters, we want to use that word.
No, don't like that.
Don't like that. How would you like to refer to the others in this situation?
Clone Club.
What's Ren say?
Clone Club.
Clone Club. Seems
Hawkern's
somewhat
so goddamn
exclusive.
fun.
I don't like that either, but it's better than sisters.
Maybe echoes? They seem to be pieces of temerity left behind.
Sure, that works.
That Nomer, by the way, will not apply to you. You are Reverie. You are your own case. As far as we know, your circumstances are unique. So we have our Reverie, and then we have these echoes of temerity. And whoever temerity is or was has some history with which we can better contextualize how Reverie came to be. That is the situation. And until we know more, I think it's best if we don't speculate on every single possible theory, because I think that's just going to cause anxiety. Nariko is very visibly holding herself back from going on about every theory she can think of about this, because this is fucking fascinating.
Jade gets up and just immediately hugs Reverie. She catches Nariko in that too, if Nariko's close enough to grab her for the hug.
Yeah, she's grappled.
Just grabs the both of you and just hugs you. And she just says, Nariko's right. You're Reverie, and you can be anyone or anything you want to be, and we love you, and no matter what's happening, we'll figure it out, and this doesn't change anything. And if this temerity person is evil and trying to do whatever she's trying to do, we'll stop her, and you'll still be here, and you'll still be you, and that's going to be okay. And if something else is going on, we'll figure it out, and you're still going to be you.
But what if I'm just another temerity?
Maybe that's you were supposed to be. that doesn't mean that's what you are.
No, like the one here escaped like 6 months ago. I don't remember that far back. So what? Like, what if I just like turn into another temerity and do terrible things?
I mean, if that happens, we'll stop you and make you reverie again. She doesn't let go of the hug, by the way. But it seems like, I mean, that might not even be the case, because this one woke up 4 months ago, and then about 6 months ago, and then disappeared, and then came back 4 months ago with the Duergar, and then the other temerity person was in Crystal Cove. We haven't met this one. It might be the same one. It probably
Yeah, it
isn't, but
could be the same person.
it could be the same one. I mean, she has teleportation magic. She could just pop around, you know. But it's not to say it isn't the same person. And then, even if so, I mean, we talked to Nessa, and she said that an avatar too says that you're temerity, but not temerity. You have a body she made for herself for later, but a body is not the person. You're who you are despite the body that you have.
I guess.
And even if we had any concerns about you shifting in the future, all the more reason for us to keep you close at hand. We can keep an eye on you.
I mean, I'm not really worried about you turning evil or anything, Reverie.
Thanks. I think.
I mean, I would know. You're my best friend.
She just smiles at that.
Right. Can I have my arms back?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, not that sorry, but yes, sorry.
Okay.
Untangles.
Nariko will step back. And she'll kind of look to the others and say, all right, so the best plan that I can put together right now is to take what resources we have here at Dum Dorahl, have them do one final push against the guards at the main entrance to the mines, try to get as much attention there, while tomorrow we break through that blockage towards the back entrance and try to get inside and as quickly as we can identify whatever they're doing there. We can stop it or steal it or disrupt it. Do that and then probably get the heck out of there, because I don't want to find out just how much firepower they have.
I have a question.
Yes.
So we know that the Duergar, and they have, I don't remember, they have dogs. I think someone said they had dogs or something. And other little creatures that were in there keeping people away. They didn't seem actively hostile to anyone unless they tried to get in, right? And they weren't supposed to be there. But we have Reverie, who could pretend like she's supposed to be there.
That is an option, but
I don't know that it'll get us in there, but maybe you can talk. I don't
I
mean
don't
to you
even
this
know what these Duergar look like, though.
Well, we know what temerity looks like.
I only caught a glimpse of her.
Oh, I suppose that's true then. I guess you couldn't just be a grey tiefling with gold eyes.
We also run into a couple of issues. The first is that supposedly this other echo is there, which means there's a very limited time frame in which that disguise could even work before someone's going to put two and two together. And if Reverie is compromised, she is going to be behind enemy lines with no guarantee that we'd be able to break through and rescue her.
Oh, I thought we'd
That
go
doesn't
with
sound
her.
good.
Well, like, we've come to do the thing. How goes it with it? I guess that's a stupid plan.
It would be more feasible if one we knew that we had an opening where the echo wasn't present, and also we knew enough about what they were doing that we could kind of talk our way through. I think it would be very, very quickly let on that we don't know what's actually going on down there.
That's a good point.
I would absolutely love to take a more subtle approach to this if I thought that it was viable. I just see a lot of ways it can go wrong right now, and given how thoroughly the Duergar so far have repulsed any other attempts, I'm worried that we would be captured in short order.
That's probably true. Do you really think you can get in through the collapsed tunnel, though?
Nariko gives a smile and he says, based on what the Miners Guild told me about the collapse, I'm only looking about maybe 5 or 10 feet of rock that we'd need to break our way through.
Oh. So we're going to tunnel in? Is that what the kobolds are going to do? Help us move the rocks?
They'll help us move the materials I'm going to use to displace the rocks, and then they'll probably help clear out the rubble afterwards.
Does this include a sufficient amount of firepower to enhance the professor's entertainment level?
What?
The
Nariko,
professor seems to like things that go boom.
Is that what we're going to do?
yes, think of the tunnel. She pulls out her pistol. Think of the tunnel as a gun barrel, and the blockage we're trying to remove as the musket ball. I'm going to provide the powder at the other end to propel it forward.
At least it was not lightning.
Oh.
That is why I extracted a promise from the monastery of some of their brewing supplies.
Brewing supplies. How is that going to help?
Nariko smiles and she says, dwarves are rather famous for the somewhat concerning percentage of alcohol, pure alcohol, that they include in some of their favorite brews.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Does Jade actually know what Nariko is hinting at here, or is she just...
No, she knows that alcohol is flammable.
Okay, yep.
she's seen what happens with the gun, so she's imagining you're going to see setting something on fire to do this.
Okay, so Nariko smiles and says, yes, so there's some equipment I'm going to need from the Miners Guild, some things from the ship, stop by the monastery for the fuel, but if my calculations are correct, I think I can make us a new tunnel in about 17 seconds from lighting the fuse.
That is a very short amount of time.
Yes, but we're going to be relying a little bit on the element of surprise here to help us get as far into the mine before actually encountering anything that we have to deal with. So, speed would be better. If we were to grab some picks and some miners and to work at the tunnel the longer way, it could take time, a day or two even, during which I suspect the Duergar might catch on that there's some sort of disturbance.
Is it what you're gonna do? Is it gonna be loud?
Yes.
Should we have them do a loud thing up here so that?
That's what the distraction's for.
Oh, right, that's correct. Okay. 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 Joe, were the kobolds able to get me any answers that I had asked them for?
I forgot about those questions.
That's okay. She basically was kind of trying to get as much of a layout of the tunnels as possible, since they're the ones who move a lot of the rock. Like how many tunnels are there? Where does this tunnel that leads out? How does it like?
Right, I see the questions in the Roll20 chat.
Yeah.
So,
if they could get me a map, that'd be great.
Adding on to that, Nariko was given a map of the mines by the Miners Guild.
Oh, cool.
So the layout is there is one main tunnel that goes through. There's kind of a break area. There's kind of a break area that is on like a platform that's about 10 feet above the floor, as it were. It's kind of like a platform that's made of like wooden planks, and it has like a break area. There's some tables and chairs and some means of making food. There is a contraption along the north wall of the mine where it would allow them to dump the ore into carts easier. There are also, aside from the back tunnel entrance, there are 3 other smaller tunnels that stop in dead ends. But there are tracks that run all throughout the main cavern.
And have they heard any rumors about something inside the mountain?
No.
No rumors. Okay. Do they know of any places that are good for hiding? Do they ever hide? Play games and hide from each other or the dwarves?
They do not.
Make it hard for them to find?
No,
okay.
They do not.
Okay, cool. So, we make the tunnel open and we just go in and try to find them.
It's about the best I can come up with without more information, but
okay.
Oh, they did mention that the Duergar have some sort of construct. Imagine a Modron, but rather than having its own animated spark, it requires someone to operate it, but it's much larger, like human-sized or perhaps bigger. I definitely want to take a look at that, and if we can use it, great. If not, definitely need to make sure it is broken, because I suspect that's probably doing a lot of the heavy lifting for whatever excavating or constructing they're trying to do there. So there's a target of opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna look for a really big Modron. Good. And we want to. We're trying to be sneaky, right?
I don't know how sneaky we're going to be if we're blowing hold to get into a tunnel.
Yeah, I think
For about the
speed.
first 30 seconds.
Yeah, speed and surprise are going to be our allies here. I don't think stealth will be much of an option.
Are we going to? Well,
We will need to take advantage of the distraction as quickly as possible. I agree, speed and stealth are going to be our best allies.
so no lights then. Can everyone see in the dark?
Reverie shakes her head.
No.
Nariko also shakes her head.
Yuki nods.
Ren touches his horns. Maybe?
Well, if we're trying to be stealthy, we're not going to want to make any light, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can make it so you can see in the dark.
You can?
Yeah. I can do that, so we don't have to bring light with us. But if the Duergar are really sensitive to light, I don't know if it'd be a good idea for us to have it either.
Well, does your magic create sensitivity for us, or does it let us see? Because, Joe, what would I roll to know whether or not Duergar have light sensitivity?
What skill can we use to learn about a racial trait?
History, nature, both.
I would say
Probably not.
I would say history, nature, or survival.
Survivor. I will definitely go with history. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do history. It's the same with nature for me, but 14.
I'm sorry. What was it that you were trying to find out?
Duergar. We heard about their ability to make themselves big.
Mhm.
I don't recall if we heard about going invisible or other resiliences they have, but specifically we're asking about sunlight sensitivity, whether or not they have it.
Yes.
Or
yes.
light
So,
sensitivity in general.
yeah. So on that roll, Nariko, you would know that they are sensitive to sunlight, natural light, other forms of natural light or magical light, not so much, unless there's a particular property of that that has like a blinding property. They would be as susceptible to it as anybody else is.
All right. Nariko will explain that particularly brilliant lights like that comes from the sun causes them discomfort, but things like your average light spell would not do so.
Okay. So we don't need to. So it's not going to help us to alert them to where we are because the light isn't going to hurt them.
Precisely.
Okay. Well, I can make it so we can see. Then, if we want to stay as hidden as possible.
For as long as possible. Yes, that would be excellent.
Okay, I can do that.
Fantastic. All right. Are there any other spells or skills anyone can think of for when we conduct our surprise raid, I suppose?
I'll have a few things that I could probably do to help, but it wouldn't be worth it to do before we came up against anybody. My magic is kind of time sensitive.
I can see very well in the dark and move very fast. I might be able to get at least a couple of them by surprise.
Very good. I'll be sure to have my suitcase on hand if we find anything that we need to grab in a hurry to help us with the transportation.
Just to make sure I know exactly what the plan is. Are we planning to go in there and fight them, or are we planning to go in there, try and dismantle this very big Moldrin, and then maybe steal the thing it is that they're looking for?
The
And fight if
second.
we have to.
Yes. Fight however much we have to. We're trying to do whatever we can to cripple whatever operation they're working on.
Okay.
If we've sort of cleared the field around in the process, we still probably want to leave. We're not trying to hunt and knock out everyone in there. We don't know that we could succeed at that right now, especially if this echo has a substantial amount of magical power, as it seems like they do.
So the plan is make big boom, run fast, find things, run it out.
Think so?
Yeah, pretty much.
That is simple. It is a good plan.
Yes.
Minus the part that we don't know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It is
good
perfect.
to keep the plan simple. Makes it easy to change it on the fly if we need to.
Yeah. I suppose that's right. Professor, what about you? Can you think of anything that we should do?
He just shakes his head. And he's just like, well, this sounds about as thorough as we're going to get on such short notice.
Reverie, what do you think?
I think we've got to get in there as quickly as possible.
If we find the thing and it's something that we're able to actually, like, say it's, I don't know, some sort of, what could they even want? I don't know, a magic boot stuck in the rock or something. Should we give it, because Yuki is really, really quick, should we give it to Yuki and have her run out as fast as she can? If we're really trying to get away.
I think that's highly situational.
Okay.
I would be hesitant to leave you all alone, but were I given the task to get something away, I could definitely make that happen.
Alright, here's another thing. I know we're trying to keep this plain and simple and not try to think of every single thing that could happen, but say we do get down there and we make it to wherever it is that they're at, and we take out the Modron and we find the thing, whatever this thing is that they're getting. What do we do with it? Do we take it with us? Do we jump on the boat and go as quickly as we can? Or do we take it to the monastery? If it's magical, I don't think we could destroy it. Magic is real hard to destroy. And that has to be looking for something really magic, right?
Most likely. I would say the Sentinels were not able to properly defend the important magical thing that they were guarding. And it doesn't seem like Dum Dorahl has the resources to really do so either. I'd say in that case, the best option would probably be to take it with us. That way we can keep tabs on it. It'll be with us in motion, so it won't be in anyone's spot for terribly long. And eventually we'd be heading somewhere like Moonhaven, where we could probably put it under better lock and key than what we can manage right now. Otherwise,
Like, give it to Nessa or the mages there?
potentially, if we see that they have enough means to convince us that it would work.
Okay. That's terrifying, but that makes sense, because I don't know what else we would do with it. Okay.
There's a lot of things that we are going to discover in the course, and we'll have to make the best decision we can with what we know.
Yeah, I mean, we could open up that thing and then all the Duergar are just waiting. That wouldn't be good. They probably won't be there.
They would not be there if they were standing too close to it.
Oh, because of all the fire.
Mm,
Okay.
Also, we have our distraction. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah, the distraction. Great.
We
What is the
may even
distraction?
we may even get lucky if the monastery, Father Vincent, the miners, and anyone else are all putting pressure on the front gate. Maybe they'll even break through. In which case, we'll have support.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, actually, I should have thought of this. Joe, is that dragon still at the orphanage?
that is a great question. Thank you, Neville.
Did we have a dragon at the orphanage? I honestly don't remember.
Yeah,
we
Lorelai
did.
dropped it off.
There's a shadow dragon at the orphanage as the protector of it. Lorelai sent him there.
The shadow dragon at the orphan? I don't remember that at
Yeah,
all.
the little
Yeah, it was a
worm.
little baby one that we rescued from the.
From underneath the
From where the beholder was, we
From where
found
the
a dragon,
beholder
we
was.
took it.
Yep.
We befriended them all.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't remember that.
Oh, we all do.
Joe, the other character I was going to play in Witchlight, who was also from the orphanage, was going to be a Drake Warden who took that little dragon as their Drake.
Oh, that's right.
That would have also been adorable.
Wow. All right, I'll tell you what. Give me
That'd
high
be
or
really
low.
cute.
You remembered first, Neville. You get to choose.
Bastard. Hi.
You remember the dragon hanging around the orphanage when you were there in Nariko?
Nariko may have to go say hi earlier than she wants to right now.
Norka,
Okay.
you have a strange look on your face. Suddenly.
I just remembered one other potential bit of firepower we could add to our Dum Dorahl distraction.
Oh?
Yes. Oh goodness, but it's late.
I mean, if you know what it is, and we're gonna go in the morning.
Yeah. Well, first thing in the morning. It's just across the street. I just need to stop by the orphanage real quick.
Oh, there's... Right, the orphanage. You said you were... You said you were in an orphanage. Do you think they're still there? Everyone else has left.
I don't know, but the children might have been sent away, but the caretaker and the guardian, I suspect, are probably still present.
Okay. Well, should we go tonight then? And talk to them?
Joe, common sense roll. Would it make sense for us to go tonight, or would we be seen as weird and intrusive? I don't know how late it is and what hours an orphanage keeps.
It's pretty late. There's always somebody on staff around the clock. But they would be a little bit wary about anybody showing up at this hour.
Yeah. Nariko just first shakes her head and says, "No, it would be best if we went just as our first stop in the morning."
Okay. Sure. Do you want us to come with you?
Sure, that'll be fun.
Can I insight check Nariko right now?
Sure.
Well, 9.
There's a lot going on in Dum Dorahl right now.
Yeah.
Nariko's concerned about a lot of things.
She's just overly, just a general sense of concern. She cares so much.
Anyway, at this point, Nariko feels like the plan is pretty much set upon. She's going to start grabbing parchment from her suitcase and laying it out, and is going to start drawing the schematics.
Well, does anyone need help getting things ready then for tomorrow before we go to bed tonight? We're all good.
Ren starts looking around for someplace to lean.
Ren, did you want us to set up your bed?
We have it? Do we bring that with us?
I mean, I packed it in my bags because I don't really have much of anything else, so I took it because that way you have some place to sleep.
Thank you. Thank you so much. He says with like this shocked and odd look on his bone face.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Should we go into the bigger room in there so you have more space?
Okay.
Professor, do you want to help me set up the thing again?
He nods.
Okay. David here, and she'll put David out. Maybe you can help Noriko.
Help with what?
She's got a map, schematic. She's drawn a thing.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I love you. Here, and she sets him down on the table and goes in the other room to help set up Ren's bed.
Oh, it's a simple direction. I think all you have to do is just follow these steps, and it'll help you put together the bed.
Teamwork together. Look at us, we're doing things together.
Nariko will be up late working on her plans for the device that she's going to make for tomorrow, but she will eventually go to bed.
Alright. Anything else for anyone this evening? Any fireside chats? Anything like that?
Jade's gonna want to call her dad before she goes to bed tonight.
Okay.
She has enough magic that she can call him and still, she can call him and then still, have what she needs in the morning.
Okay.
So she will
Do you want to
sequester
play that
herself.
out, or
Sure. That shouldn't take too long.
don't have
Everyone
to if you don't want
with that? I would like to,
to. Okay.
if everyone's okay with that.
Of
Absolutely.
course.
Yeah, go ahead.
She'll wait till everybody's asleep, and then find a quiet spot where she'll pick up David and call home.
So you pick up David, you hold him in your hands, your eyes glow with a fiery red. You close your eyes and in a blink you open them back up, and you're in a nice, comfy sitting parlor. Again, the sounds and smells of home rush to you all at once. It gives you that familiar, comfortable feeling. Sitting in a nice plush armchair, you see your father with his little sweater vest going on. Looks up with you with these half-moon glasses. He appears to be reading a book of some sort. And he smiles as he sees your vision. He says, "Oh, my daughter, you've come to see me again."
Yeah, so much has happened, and there's a lot happened, and I don't know if David told you everything yet, but
I
I
try to let you have your privacy.
might be going into a fight tomorrow.
Oh, a fight! How exciting!
It's not that exciting. It's a little bit exciting, but it's not that exciting. The professor's really excited about it. He got into a bar fight with Yuki earlier today, and he almost died. He didn't really die, but he was really badly injured, and he really badly burned because he burned himself because he got electrocuted. I didn't tell you everything that happened in the last few days.
It sounds like there's a lot to process there.
Yeah, we got to Crystal Cove, and it was really nice for like a day, half a day, and then we got lured into a vault and locked inside and attacked by people who tried to kill us, maybe kill us or maybe not kill us. They were really not great. Maybe you've met some of them already. Or maybe Kalina already showed up. We met the Sentinels from my book, and they were not great. They were not as great as the book made it see that was great. But one of the main one was he was pretty nice. And the professor thinks that maybe there's a really big cult trying to do some stuff. Have you ever heard of void magic?
Void magic. Make a roll. It rings a bell. I can't place where. Why?
Because it seems like it's magic that's in between the weave. Not like a not magic, not like anti-magic, but like if pieces of it come here, then pieces of our world go there, and then they disappear because there's nowhere for it to really go.
Well, it is a
We're trying to-
universal truth that there is a balance that must be maintained. Where
Yeah.
something exists in one place, it must not exist in the other, so an absence of something would make sense as the antithesis of the presence of something.
That makes sense. It's a little bit scary if people are trying to do that here, though. Yeah.
It is strange and unusual, something that I'll keep my ear to the ground on, of course.
Okay. Well, we're trying to stop them.
But with the Sentinels, Jade, don't let a few bad apples spoil the bunch. My understanding is that they are trying to do some good out there in the world, but as with anyone else in the material plane, not everyone is perfect. Not everyone can be perfect.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So,
Everybody had a pretty big day that day, and maybe it didn't see them on their best day.
I did meet one of those Sentinels that you talked about. Lilia brought her to me.
Did you meet Kalina?
Kiolna, yes, I did.
Kiolna?
I did.
Was she nice?
She was very nice. She was confused, and I was sad for her. But
Never got a chance to meet her.
she hasn't been here long, but she seems to be working on settling in and accepting this new reality of hers.
Oh, I'm glad. Maybe I'll get to meet her soon then.
No, next time you come home, I'm sure you will.
Yeah. remember that spell you taught me?
Which one?
The one where I make people remember every bad thing that's ever happened to them.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's a good one. Yes.
I did that to a person who was alive.
Oh, really? And how did that
Yeah.
go?
He did not like it, but it worked really well on my end.
All in a good defense, my darling.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know what was happening and be home for a minute because I'm trying not to. I don't want to let my friends down, and I don't want to let them. I don't want to let them get hurt if I can help them, but I don't know what we're going to be walking into tomorrow, and I didn't call you earlier because I was worried that we were going to get attacked, and I didn't want to use too much magic.
Of
I'm
course.
sorry I didn't call. I'm sorry I didn't call earlier
Oh,
to let you
no.
know what happened.
I understand completely. Part of letting you go upstairs is part of that is letting you go and trusting you to make your own decisions up there. And it sounds like you're doing well, and you're standing up for those who don't have the means to stand up for themselves. It's a very noble thing, but do keep your eyes open, keep your wits about you,
I
and
will.
stay close to your friends. It sounds like you have quite the powerful bunch.
Yeah, they're great. They're really great. I mean, Ren might be here because of Thanatos. I don't know.
Thanatos. That
He
is
doesn't remember.
a name I have not heard in a while.
Yeah, it's not one that's bandied about too much.
Thanatos. Well, how is your friend Ren associated with this Thanatos?
We're not really sure. I mean, he showed up at Crystal Cove in a rose bush, and he doesn't remember anything before waking up a few days ago. But he remembers that he followed Thanatos, and when we were investigating, and we were asking about for Ren to some of there was a mage here named Nessa, and we were asking her about maybe helping Ren. She said that it seemed like he was here because of some divine will. And then when the professor was investigating the rosebush and Ren was looking at it too, they found that there was still some, I guess, necrotic magics around it. It seemed like the roses came back to life as soon as the presence of something was gone. So, and then Ren remembered that Thanatos was the god that he followed.
Jay, do you know who Thanatos is? Really?
Well, isn't he the god of death? He helps you get to the afterlife that you're supposed to go to.
Not necessarily the god of death, but a god of
A
death.
god of death.
Thanatos is the one who comes for you when it's your turn to go. You may have seen him as depicted as the scary skeleton-looking creature wearing the black cloak carrying the scythe.
Oh, from the picture books. Yeah, I remember.
Well, that's Thanatos. The depictions of him are scarier than the reality of it, of course, but people fear what they don't understand.
Ren does have a skull for a face.
Okay. Interesting.
So I mean
Like David? Or no, sorry, he says David. Like David?
no, David is just a skull. Ren is a centaur, but with a skull instead of a face. Like if he had skin on his face, it would be a regular face, but it is a skull instead.
Well,
But he does have a tongue, but no eyes.
huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very comforting though, you know.
Well, Thanatos must have an interest in your friend's work. whatever that may be.
You think so?
Seems like it. If Thanatos brought him back from beyond, there must be some sort of purpose for him here. Even
Ren
if he
said
does
a
not
couple
remember it.
times. Ren said a couple times that he feels like he's supposed to be doing something, but doesn't remember what he's supposed to be doing.
I'm sure he'll figure it out. If his god wants him here, he'll figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, just take some time. We've only known each other like 4 days. It's been a long 4 days.
That it has.
I had 2 weeks of nothing, but a reverie, and then a boat ride. I feel a little bit better talking to you, Papa.
I'm glad I can help.
Do you think if we go into a fight tomorrow, do you think that there's anything that I'm not really good with fighting too much? I'll have some things to help my friends though.
He kind of smiles and he looks at you and he says, if you're not good at fighting, then support is just as good.
Okay. Okay. Well, tell everyone that I love them, and let Kiona know that I'm glad she's settling in.
I will. And we love you too, Jade.
I love you too. I'm gonna go before it gets too late so that I can get a little bit of rest, and then everyone met David and they really like it.
Oh, wonderful. He is quite a charmer.
He is.
Skull.
I mean, he lives inside the skull.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I love you, Papa.
I love you too.
Okay. I'll either see you soon or I will call you when it's done.
Either way, I look forward to hearing what happened.
Yeah. Okay. She'll let the spell fade.
Take a breath in, the color of your eyes return, and you are suddenly back in this room at the inn.
And then she'll just stare at whoever's sleeping with her and trance out.
Alright. I saw that Nariko has dibs for Yuki.
I do call upon the ancient and venerable right of dibs.
No, that's legit.
It's totally a thing.
Nariko kind of takes a break and stretches a bit after kind of her first draft up of this device has been done. Probably when David gets snatched up to do Jade's ritual, she'll walk over where Yuki is kind of probably crisscross applesauce, cup of tea in hand, meditating. Nariko will ask, Miss Yuki, could I join you for a moment?
Of course, Lady Nariko. Would you like a glass of tea?
Yes, sure.
Yuki will very specifically, very focused, do her tea pouring, stirring it 3 times clockwise before handing it to Nariko. It is. You're breaking up what, Neville?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, that was weird. So yeah, she'll hand you a cup of chamomile and lavender tea.
Nariko will take it gratefully and kind of sit and sip the tea with Yuki. Um, she's not sure if they're just supposed to have companionable silence, but she came over here with the intention to talk, so she will risk being an asshole, and she will inquire, Miss Yuki, are you meditating on the subject at the moment?
Not so much meditating, just pondering, rethinking, recalculating.
Oh, well, when I do that, I usually find it's helpful to have a peer to review my work. Um, may I, may you tell me what you're pondering, and I could maybe give some of my insight?
I'm just going over my. I just gonna say I appreciate your thoughtfulness and your wise. I'm trying to think of the right word. Damn it. Uh, it's gone. Your companionship and advice in this situation. You see, I haven't been off the mountain. I know things because we've had many visitors come to the mountain, so I'm familiar with things and the vast differences amongst peoples and across nations is something that is not a newness to me, but I fear that I made a grave misstep in my judgment earlier, and just trying to find where that misstep might be, so next time I will not make the same one and possibly severely injure a compatriot.
Huh. Well, I am also sort of off the mountain, in the sense that the mountain was, home with mother and unpleasant. And you're right, there's lots of new stuff, and so that's why I really enjoyed having my various pen pals, so I could learn about places before I visited. Um, but I did live in Dum Dorahl when I was real little, so I knew some things. So maybe I can offer my idea on where things might have gone wrong.
I would love nothing more, and please speak plainly. You will not offend.
Oh, okay. So it seems to me, Miss Yuki, that you do a wonderful job making connections with people when you are sort of capitalizing on that aura, peace, and calm, and reminding me to breathe and to drink, and you do it with all this intention, and it's slow but it's precise, and it makes the small things feel very big, and you get lost in it, and it kind of helps blot out a lot of the other things that might be through your mind. And I think where things might have gone wrong is you didn't really do that with the dwarves here. Dwarves are very, very insular. It's a historical thing. They formed their civilization in the mountains using the underground passages as defenses, and they needed them because they were trying to keep their homes safe from threats from below in the Underdark and threats from more above with orcs and goblins and the like. So they tend to not wear their emotions very openly. But those miners out there, they were very troubled. They had lost their livelihood. The spirit of Dum Dorahl itself was sort of gone and quiet and almost a ghost town before even the ghosts had settled in. So I think what they needed for a dialogue to open would have been some of your usual methods where you kind of get them to sort of let some of that go for a moment, let those emotions kind of settle and be set aside so that they can actually take in what you were saying. Unfortunately, you have your tea, dwarves have their ale. If I had started this, imagine if I had started this conversation and I had come over and I had said, Yuki, you did a bad job earlier, and I'm going to show you why. And I slapped the tea out of your hand and spilled it all over you. It might have made my point that you had kind of done the same thing in sort of disrupting their own ritual that they use to kind of calm down, which is, the ale. It's a depressant. It loosens the body up, but it also lets you sit with your fellows and celebrate together if there's something good, or commiserate if there's something bad. But yeah, I think that was where sort of relations got derailed, and then after that, they weren't really going to be of a mind to listen to whatever you had to say.
Right. I should have shared the cup instead of used the cup as a metaphor.
Yes. Which is why I think this was kind of unlike you. So I guess where things kind of took the wrong turn is clear, but I guess the question is, why did you lean towards that decision rather than what you've been doing before?
Well, in my culture, on the mountain, we live in balance, you see, and sometimes when confronted with peace, you respond with peace. When confronted with aggression, assertiveness to the point of disrespect, answering back in kind can, I guess, make them understand you and meet them on their level, if that makes sense. And as they had responded so very poorly to my initial reaching of conversation and offering our assistance, I had felt that they had turned away from the calm, peaceful balance and might react better to a more assertive, aggressive example of how we could help. It's like they didn't believe that we could help. Again, to the point of almost disrespect. So I was answering in kind, but what I should have done is answered with the opposite side of the balance and answered in kindness and calmness and serenity. Yes?
Yeah, I think maybe it's strange. Some people say that our actions are what defines us, but maybe when you're looking to bring balance to someone, it's not so much what they're doing as what they're feeling. Like they were throwing disrespect towards you because they were feeling turmoil inside, but more turmoil outside was only going to feed that furnace within.
Right,
so
right.
maybe that's the key. The key is to not just look at what people are displaying, but to look at what's inside, what's their energy. I heard the word chakra before. It was on your board. I read it. I don't think I understand it, but I think that applies here. I think like the chakras are out of balance, because there are people who could be hurting inside, but they put up a a very kind and stoic front, and the reverse. So, yeah, maybe people are complicated. I don't know if I'm saying things that make sense. I just know that all things, all things in the universe being equal, the one thing that will always, always, always make a dwarf mad is if you mess with their beer. So, we have at least that we can put on the board.
Yuki
Anyway, this
smiles.
tea's really good, thank you.
Yuki smiles and nods, and she says, "Do not mess with the dwarves' beer." Check. I will not make that mistake again. How did you come about? Excuse my my self focus. You had said you'd spent time in Dum Dorahl. Is this how did you leave Dum Dorahl? Is this a homecoming? Is this causing you any unease?
Oh, homecoming. Well, I was born here. My parents they lived here. They were fishermen. Um, I don't know where they came from. I always got the sense they came from somewhere far away. They 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 were pretty poor. They lived in a little shack down by the docks. Um, they went out and they fished, and it pretty much was just enough to keep us fed most of the time. We weren't really close with any of the dwarves here, but they passed away in a shipwreck during a storm. I was 6, 7, I think. So after that, I lived in the orphanage for a very short time. It couldn't have been a week or two, and then that's when Adelina von Gutzner came to the orphanage. He was looking to adopt, and he picked me. I went with her to live in Point Pleasant, and I've been there ever since. This is pretty much the first time I've ever been back in Dum Dorahl since then. There's memories here, but I don't know if I could call this place home, but it definitely hurts to see it like this, and I really want to fix it before we move on.
I understand, and I apologize if if I've brought up any sad memories. You are doing your parents proud. You are becoming a wonderful person, and very honorable one at that. And we will do what we can. We will help those here in Dum Dorahl before we leave. That I can guarantee.
Yeah. Thanks, Yuki. I'm glad I have you here to help.
Yuki smiles and
This
says,
is
I'm glad I have you to help as well.
Well, I just thought that I would take a little break from the scribbling to center myself. You seem very good at that, so thank you. I'm glad I could help a little bit with your pondering. Now I'm going to go back and double check my math to make sure that this blows up the thing it's supposed to blow up.
All right. Well, if you need any other, I can help. Please let me ask. I will be here.
I do have more, I guess, personal stuff to talk with you about later that you have more experience than I do, but we have a lot of other stuff going on. That can wait. We have time.
All right. When you're ready, I am always here to listen and help if I can.
Thank you. And then Narco will finish her tea very carefully, place it back down in the appropriate spot, and then she will get up to head back over to her drawing desk to finish up her plans for tomorrow.
Yuki will watch Naruko head back off, and she will smile and go back to drinking her tea and mulling over this new information about dwarves and beer and missteps.
All right. Anybody else wish to have any discussions, conversations?
Did you guys hear me, or was I muted?
I heard you.
No, we heard you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Very good.
I hope.
Yeah. If nobody else has anything, the oh no, the the night passes.
Yes.
You guys are able to get a long rest, so go ahead and reset your hit points, abilities, all that good stuff. In the morning, as you wake up, whenever you choose to waltz back into the tavern, the miners will still be there, the kobolds will be there, Father Vincent will be there, and Garrick will have a nice spread of breakfast out for you with coffee and some breakfast beers. Very nice selection. Whatever you wish to partake in. You having bought the room entitles you to partake.
Reverie. Just gently shake Reverie.
Mm,
It's morning. Did you want me to get you some breakfast?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you going to stay in here?
No, I should get up. Okay, I'm getting up.
Okay. Lovely.
Okay, I'll get up and go to breakfast.
Question for the professor: did you dismiss Jeffrey overnight?
Jeffrey.
Nope. Kept him out.
All right.
Don't like that.
You'll be fine.
Everything is fine.
Just wake up in the morning, find Jeffrey has somehow crawled into your bed, and he's just like cuddled up next to you.
His tentacles are absolutely all around Ren's head as they're sleeping. They're fine.
Garrick sees you as you start to move into the tavern, and he kind of gives you a smile and a wave, and makes sure that you know that breakfast and coffee are served. But he goes to tending the bar, mind his own business. He'll kind of leave you to your own devices unless you approach.
Did you sleep well, Nariko?
Naruto kind of rubs her dry eyes and says, I slept about long enough that I'm good for today.
Are you up pretty late?
Oh, yeah, but that's normal for me. I didn't get punched in the face or use any of my magic yesterday, so I didn't need a full 8 hours. It's all right. We have coffee for a very good reason, and I will be fine.
Maybe we don't give that to Yuki today. Or maybe we should.
No coffee for Yuki.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah.
Nariko is going to grab some coffee, and she will have a light breakfast. But she's also going to check in with Father Vincent and the Miners Guild, and sort of go over that, you know, we're making the big play to try and sabotage whatever the Duergar are up to down the mine, and that when they get a message from Nariko, which will almost certainly be delivered by Modron, to go towards the main mine and bust heads and make as much of a ruckus as possible.
They acknowledge your plan, although a little bit reserved, but they agree to follow your lead.
If it will help morale, Nariko will imply that she's got the monastery on board and that there may be some really, really tasty reserve served up afterwards for their cooperation.
All right. Yeah, seem interested by that.
Great. I only implied. I promised nothing, but I look forward to the peer pressure. I look forward to the peer pressure getting the monks to hand over some good stuff anyway. They'll be fine. If we win, then victory party.
Yeah, if we win, victory party. If we lose, really cool wake. Morning,
It's a
Professor.
dwarven town. They do it both.
Yep. The dwarvish wake.
Morning, Ren.
Morning.
Did you two sleep? Well,
Well enough.
Like a,
Oh,
what was that, Professor?
like a rock. So restful. I love this place. Have you... Was your bed, like, really, really soft, but also the perfect firmness, like, beyond the concept of physics, where it should be way too hard to support the lower lumbar, but it's also way too soft. But was it good? Did you sleep well? Did you lay well? Did you lay awake and stare at someone well? Are you okay? Good. You rested.
I had a. Do rocks sleep? I think they just kind of sit there. But I sat there. I guess I slept like a rock then. Yeah. But so I was. I had a great evening in the bed. I sat in the bed, and it was very comfortable. Yes.
Good. Well rested, ready to go bust some heads, doing adventure things.
I mean, maybe that I talked to my papa, and he was pretty excited for me to have this adventure. So he seems to think it's a good idea, and you know what? At least it's fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be together, and we're gonna be fine.
You know, your papa sounds like a very smart man. You know, if nothing else, as long as we walk out of there, we're going to come out incredibly gifted with knowledge and all these wonderful things we didn't know before. This just absolutely exciting. Are you excited? I'm absolutely stoked.
I'm mostly terrified, but I'm a little bit excited. I mean, I want to see the thing that Nariko comes up with to do. It seems really interesting and fun, and I mean, potentially very dangerous, but also fun to learn how to do that. And maybe we'll be sneaky and we'll get into places that we wouldn't. I kind of like the idea of sneaking in and getting something away from the bad guys and getting away, but not so much the fighting bit. But that's okay, because my papa said, you know, if you can't fight, then support is just as important, and I can do that part really, really well. Probably a little bit anyway, before something bad happens, and then I gotta pick you up and we gotta go.
Well, whenever I
That's
feel
encouraging.
terrified.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Oh, sorry. When I feel absolutely terrified of something, I like to think of all the good things to come out of it, because sometimes when all those wonderful things like knowledge and lessons and things like that come out, it just makes it a little bit easier to deal with.
You know, that's not a bad way to think about it. No, that's a really good way to think about it. I don't really know what there'll be to learn for me, but I am excited to learn more about maybe what's happening for Reverie's sake and figuring out. I am really excited to figure out what they're trying to find. it's a mystery. I guess I like the mystery bit, the mystery part of it. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it may not seem like it right now, but we're not so different, you and I. You're excited for the mystery, but really to figure out the answers behind the mystery. And I'm just really excited to learn about anything that I haven't already known. So this is good. This is a good thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true too. We have that in common. We like to find the answers to puzzles together.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah,
life's a puzzle. And he looks to Ren and he's like,
that's true.
"How are you feeling? Are you ready to bust some heads?"
That seems like it would make an exceptional mess. I thought we were trying to be quiet.
Well, you bust a couple heads in a
Quiet way.
physical sense. Really
Hmm.
give them a what for?
Well, oh, Ren, my papa, I mentioned. I'm sorry if I didn't mean to not to talk about you when you weren't there, but I mentioned to Papa that you might have been sent here by Thanatos, and he said that's probably a really good thing. Thanatos seems, Thanatos is there to guide you where you're supposed to go. He's there when you're supposed to not be alive anymore. So if you're here because of that, probably have a pretty big mission. Pretty good reason, anyway. Which I know you kind of already knew, but
Takes a long swig of his dark coffee. I am uncertain of what I must do, but I suppose all I can do is try.
that's what Paul says. He says you'll probably figure it out. But I mean, I think it's good that maybe your god has is pretty invested in you and what you do. That means they care, Not most of them do that.
Hmm. I suppose we will see.
Yeah.
I also hope more of my abilities, whatever they may be, come back to me. For now, I can heal and do some small offensive attacks. I hope that will be enough.
I mean, healing's never a bad thing to have. You never know when you're going to need it. Like yesterday. And today, potentially.
True.
Oh, good morning, Yuki.
Yuki's ears kind of twitch when you say yesterday, and she says, "Good morning, Jade. How was your evening?"
Oh, it was good. It was good. I talked to my papa, and I slept in a very comfortable bed. Professor really liked his bed. Did you like your bed too?
I did. It was very comfortable.
Good. That's good. Good. Are we all going over to talk to the orphanage then? I'm sorry, I don't mean to rush anybody. I've been kind of picking at this, and I don't drink the coffee. All this smells like. I think it's beer still, and I don't really like that. So I've been mostly drinking the water.
And sniffs the tankard. Yes, that is more beer.
Yeah.
I did not think it smells like dirt.
I think you should not say that so loud here.
Well, I mean, but it's made of growing things, right?
I do not know.
Oh.
That is not my area of knowledge.
It smells like it's made.
It can be overwhelming.
It smells like it's made of growing things, and it doesn't. I don't. It's fine. If anyone would like mine, you may have mine. Anxious. I'm trying not to be though.
Nariko ate a little bit, but she's pretty raring to go. She says, yes, I just have a few instructions to give to the kobolds, and then we'll head across the street.
Okay.
Joe, Nariko is heading over to the kobolds and handing them a list of things that they should procure from the storage house for the Miners Guild, and then to meet her over by the monastery.
Okay.
And then she will head over to the orphanage with anyone who wants to join her.
Everyone wanting to go.
If we would not be an intrusion.
Noriko seems like she's feeling a lot of things. So I'm not sure, but she said we could go, so I'm gonna go, so she's not alone.
I will
will
also
follow.
accompany.
Okay. Reverie, did you want to come?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay.
Get her, Brooke.
Debate, stop. Not coming with me.
Just imagine the little skull just sneaking out of the bag and hopping around. It's like, oh, what's this thing? And then Jade has to snatch it back up every time she leaves.
He just floats out of the bag every once in a while, just like, what's going on here?
Alright, go ahead and gather your tokens. And back to the map. So in the morning you leave the inn. The conditions outside haven't changed. There's still some dark clouds swirling around, blotting out the sun, but still leaving enough sunlight so you can at least see where you're going. Not like dark like night or anything like that. Just kind of like walking outside in a stormy, cloudy day. The streets are as quiet as empty as they were the previous day, but you do see some lights on inside, obviously the inn. The temple has been opened back up for the day. There are lights on inside the monastery as well as in the orphanage.
Nariko will head up to the door of the orphanage and knock if she's supposed to knock, or head inside, whatever.
Yeah, so it is kind of like a knock situation. It's kind of like a security thing. You knock on the door, and you see a few seconds go by, and a lovely half-elf woman appears. She's middle-aged, reddish hair. She has the kind of pointed ears that half-elves typically have. You know her as Sareth Umbermore. She opens the door, and she says, "Yes, hello, Nariko? Nariko, is that you?"
No. Nariko is taken aback. She wasn't expecting to be recognized immediately. Just, oh, yes, Miss Sareth. It, it's me.
Nariko, it's so great to see you. And
Nariko von Grutzner.
she attacks you with a hug.
Oh.
Nariko, it's been
Oh,
a
this
while.
place seems really nice.
I haven't seen you in such a long time. I've heard such great things about you, but it's been a while. What brings you back?
Well, sorry to have been a stranger all these years.
Oh no, don't worry. You've
been very busy. What brings me here is kind of a long story, but the short of it is, I'm on a bit of a big business trip for Mother, and I had the chance to sort of plan the route, and I thought it would be good to drop by Dum Dorahl before I left off from Uzura for some extended period of time. In the process, though, me and my traveling companions discovered the sad state that's befallen the town as of late.
Yes,
Um,
it's been quite hard on everyone.
are the children all right?
Oh yeah, no, the children is fine. The orphanage, no problem. We have our benefactors, and thankfully the funding keeps coming in to be able to take care of everybody here. So thankfully we have not been directly affected by the events happening around the mine.
Um, um, benefactors. Uh, does Mother contribute to the orphanage?
See, Sareth smiles a bit, and she says, "It's anonymous donations, I'm afraid, mostly."
Oh, well, I'm glad that you're still able to keep things running well here. Um, I did intend to drop by and speak about things, but well, again, the short version is me and my companions are also attempting to, if not remove the Duergar who've taken over the mines, at least uh, sufficiently disrupt whatever operation they're doing to help keep the city safe. Um, we've enlisted the temples and the miners' guilds to conduct sort of a false attack on the mine's main entrance to draw attention, while we intend to open up the back way through the mines in order to get in there, and we'll do what we can. Um,
Why, that sounds
the
terribly
reason why I was
dangerous.
coming here was, yes, it will be, but danger has had a way of finding its way to me regardless, so I'll take it on my own terms here. Besides, we can't stand by and just let this happen, especially we think that whatever they're doing there is a prelude to potentially something worse. Um, so my reason for coming here now is I wanted to know, there was that shadowy dragon that you had here at the orphanage. Is it still here?
She kind of lifts her brows and she says, "Well, yes, he's quite a favorite with the children, believe it or not.
Um,
Kind of a staple around here."
I believe it. I wanted to know if, and you can deny me, that's perfectly fine. I just wanted to know if perhaps he would be amenable to assisting us in, well, that disruption we want to cause at the main entrance.
Well, as much as I'd like to keep him here, it is ultimately his decision. He's still a dragon. You could speak with him if you like. Nariko, did you have a name for this dragon?
It wasn't mine to name.
Well, is there
If
anything
anyone named him, it was probably Lorelei when she donated him to the orphanage.
Lorelei, what's the name of the
His name
dragon?
is Cupcake.
His name's Cupcake?
Oh, his name is Cupcake.
His name's Cupcake? Alright, his name's Cupcake.
Actually, no, his name is Sprinkle.
Sprinkle?
Yeah.
I was actually looking through my notes to see if I could find out what his name was, and I didn't write it down. So, but it was definitely something silly. So his name is Sprinkle now.
Okay.
I mean, to one up on me, I forgot he even existed.
25 years.
Very good. Nariko will say, well then, yes, I'll be happy to talk with Sprinkle. Where could I find him?
Sarah kind of smiles and she says, "I'll call him." And you see she pulls out like a flute, like a pan flute, and she kind of plays a little tune on it. Shortly after, you see there's a rolling of shadow that kind of like drifts along the floor, kind of like a mist, and it snakes its way through the passages and underneath doors, and you kind of see it come up from underneath Sareth, and it starts to wind up around your leg, Nariko, until it kind of like curls around your neck, and you see the beaky maw of a itty bitty shadow dragon wormling.
Aw, Sprinkle.
You hear it
Sprinkle.
Cutie.
kind of coos as it like licks your cheek.
Narco will speak to it in Draconic, and we'll say, hello there, Sprinkle. It's been some time. Do you remember me? It's Narco.
Kind of does like that cat like pigeon sound and just kind of like nods and bumps its nose against your chin.
What kind of sound is that,
I'm
Seth?
trying to-
Can you
Like a
make the
We need a demonstration.
like a
yeah? Can you one more time?
Oh my
Uh, I'm trying to. So this dragon was like basically like close to being a newborn when we found it in the first campaign, and it's been like 20 years. How long does it take dragons to like move age categories? I'm trying to remember.
I think it's pretty long. Let's see.
Like I would still expect it to probably be a wormling at this point. Like
Yeah, it's
that I think is
it's like right on the
accurate.
cusp
Like,
of becoming a juvenile at this point.
okay, cool. But Narco says, um, well, Sprinkle, there are these dark dwarves who have taken up residence in the mines, and for the months that they've been here, they've been hurting Dum Dorahl quite badly. I'm sure you've seen the shadow cast over it, metaphorically and literally. She looks at the largely deserted streets and then up at the ominous rain cloud that's been hovering over the city. And she says, me and my friends are going to try and put a stop to it. But we need any brave soul here in the city that we can get to throw havoc at the front entrance of the mines to draw as much of their attention as possible. It would mean a lot to me if you would be able to lend your ferocious dragon breath to that endeavor.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion with advantage. Dirty 20.
You see, Sprinkle kind of looks up at you and then shifts to look at Seraph, kind of cocks his head. Seraph nods and says, it's your decision. Children will be fine either way. No one has threatened the orphanage, and nobody would ever dare. See, Sprinkle kind of nods and like chirps and like kind of does like a circle around your neck and rubs his head against the side of your face and kind of take that as an acceptance.
Yeah. Very good. Just keep an eye on the inn. The Miners Guild and Father Vincent have been enlisted. I'll be sending a messenger to alert them. Simply follow in and assist them however you can.
Sprinkle nods and kind of you see a draconic kind of grin come across his face as he just kind of like poofs into the shadow, which he can do because there's no sunlight right now.
Oh my goodness, he's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Besides Jeffrey Mara, probably it's equal.
Narco kind of nods to Seraph and says, thank you for allowing me to enlist him. I do wish to talk with you more, but I think that conversation can wait until after we've helped Dum Dorahl up on its feet a little bit. It's going to be a busy morning. But I did wish to chat with you a little bit, and also, well, I should tell you this now. Thank you for taking me in when my parents passed, giving me the chance to meet my mother. And I'm sorry for running away in the middle of the night that one time. But yeah, I hope I can help make it up a little bit with my actions today.
She kind of smiles at you, Nariko, and she says, I'm glad that you were able to make a good life, and that's why I'm here. That's why this orphanage exists. To be able to give these children a fair shot, a good chance. And I'm glad that you've been able to do what you have with what you've got. You owe nothing to me.
Yeah. Right. Nariko probably doesn't actually believe that, but that's her problem. So, all right. Well, I will be back by the end of the day, hopefully with some great news to share. But thank you, Sarah. I'll see you soon.
Do be careful. And watch out for each other, yeah?
Always.
She nods with a smile, and we'll see you out and close the door behind you.
She seemed really nice.
Oh yes. He's very, very kind.
Do all orphanages come with dragons?
I've only been in residence at the one, but my understanding is no.
Maybe it's a special orphanage.
Interesting.
I mean, she also had a magic flute, so.
Sinessa Sanctuary always struck me as somewhat of a unique, special place, although I never could put my finger on why. But, well, I plan on stopping back. If you want to inquire more, you can join me for that visit as well. But for now, do the monastery.
Alright, let's go.
Everything is on the same block. Make it easy to
How
get
convenient!
How convenient, everything's right next to each other.
Man, this city is like several miles across in diameter, but everything important is within like 200 feet of each other. It's crazy.
All the boring stuff is here so that we can have room for parties and marketplaces later.
The entire rest of the town is just the warehouse district that exists to get destroyed when the Godzilla attacks.
It's all the fields.
But no one was hurt.
It's all hops and barley fields for the brewery.
No. That's what Axley's farm is for. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
No, I swear half of the contacts I made for Edward were just establishing what the supply line is around Uzura for all of the beer he makes.
Priorities.
This does not surprise me at all.
Definitely made the logistics part easier on me.
Yeah, because I totally knew that eventually creating a worldwide trade network was going to be a future characters thing. Totally.
So coming to the brewery, knocking on the knocker, Brother Gimli once again answers. He kind of nods to you and he says, Miss Vogrutzner?
Brother Gimli? Well, we're making our play. The Miners Guild have been enlisted to make an attack and cause as much of a ruckus at the front entrance of the mine as possible so that we can have as good a chance as possible for when I open up the way through the back entrance to head inside and hopefully critically disrupt whatever operations the Duergar are doing down there. So, I'm here for two reasons. The first is to extend the offer to yourself and Olaf, anyone else with combat experience who wants to be part of that ruckus. And the second, I need some things from your stockpile.
Well, the miners, I'm sure, will need some support, so we'll certainly be there to do that. And what is it you would need from our stocks?
So, first off, Brother Edward, he had some sort of implements of artifice that he was known for. One thing I was looking to grab, do you happen to have one of the aerosolizers that he used that could turn like his potions into a vapor and spray around?
Gimli kind of looks at you and he shakes his head and he says, I'm sorry, Brother Edward's effects were cleared out long ago. Most were buried with him.
For the briefest of moments, Nariko considered asking if they think Brother Edward would be cool with her popping open his casket for like 5 seconds, and then decided no, she would not do that. Even though Neville the player knows that Brother Edward would be cool, but it's like, okay, I know the fundamentals. I can probably jury-rig something. It'll be fine. The other thing is, I'm going to need preferably a barrel. I'll take like 2 casks if you don't have that much. I need a barrel's worth of flaming dragon.
Barrels with a flaming dragon? I mean, you're looking for some liquid courage, my lady.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not really a drinker. I hear that the spices very delectable kick to it, but no. It's more because of the high alcohol content and some of the additives that particular blend makes use of. I don't know why you use saltpeter in that drink. I'm not going to ask where the idea came from, but it is very useful for my needs.
Gimli shakes his head. He says, well, it wasn't my idea. It's an old recipe, but it is an expensive one. We do have a barrel here that would cost about 8 gold if you're looking to get your hands on it.
Oh yes, absolutely. I will happily compensate you 8 gold for that barrel.
At that point, you see Abbot Olaf kind of appears behind him and puts a hand on Gimli's shoulder, and he says, "Are you mad, man? They're trying to save our city. Don't charge them for it, for frickin' Dionysus' sake."
Yeah, he wanted to say frickin' there. That's the word he wanted to use.
Frickin'.
Frickin'.
Gimli says, but the supplies are low. We need compensation. And Olaf says, there will be no compensation if the mines don't open. Nobody's coming through here as it is. Gimli rolls his eyes and says, fine. I will fetch you a barrel of flaming dragon.
Much appreciated. I have a trio of porters that'll be happy to pick it up and move it.
You can. We'll pull it out through the side door there, the one that's connected to the inn.
Phenomenal. Alrighty. Then in the meanwhile, you can make yourselves ready at the inn. I'll be sending a message to alert you when we're about to begin.
We will be waiting.
Excellent. May Saint Dionysus and Ilmater protect you.
Same to you and your party.
Narco smiles, thanks them, and we'll head outside to direct the kobolds to the side entrance so that they can pick up the wood rock filled with the liquid rock to go down to the big rock where we
Make
will
smaller
make a
rocks.
boom. Yes.
Yeah, that makes enough sense for them. Yeah,
It's just rocks all the way down.
they like rocks. It's okay. Yeah. Little team of kobolds come out, pick up the barrel, hup, hup, hup. They move on down to the mines with it.
All right. Head down to the entrance to the mines, which is over by the docks, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, side question.
Mm-hmm.
During this morning, do any messages come for Nariko?
No, message has not yet arrived.
All right. Well, onward and downward.
Anyone else have anything to do before we go down?
Nope.
Okay, so we're just gonna go. That's good. That's what I wanted to do. It's exactly. I'm not trying to prolong it at all. Nope. It's fine.
Are you talking to David?
Yeah, no, I was talking to myself.
Oh, I see.
Stops me if I get too carried on.
Mm.
To be professional third wheel.
He knows what it's about.
So I don't have a map for this one, but you get onto the lifts that take you back down to the docks. You get to the area where the your ship is still docked and waiting for whatever orders you give it. As you go around the dock area, you're kind of lower down on the mountain at this point. You can kind of follow a path around where the docks are, around the rock of the mountain, and you are able to find your way to where the mine tunnel has collapsed. There's a large pile of rubble in front of it. The kobolds are there waiting for you with this barrel of flaming dragon.
All right. Nariko sets down her suitcase, opens up, starts grabbing materials. Says, all right. Step one, I need the drill bit, then the hose. I'll need to see if I can jury rig an aerosolizer. All right. Let's get to work. And Nariko is going to start. If there's already sort of a hole that she can make use of, she'll just sort of expand upon that. But she's going to start like putting the barrel up into the rubble here and like feeding a hose from it into kind of an interior crevice. And what she is effectively going to do is she's going to have the barrel here, and that will be an extra like explosive component to it. But she's going to feed an aerosolized version of this alcohol into a very tight enclosed space and put it under very high pressure. And just when it's about as high up as it can, then she is going to set it alight and make use of the fact of enclosed space plus environment rich in air set to combust means basically she's jury-rigging a fuel air bomb out of a cask of alcohol.
Amazing.
I did not have this on my bingo card.
Nope.
What's everybody else thinking as Narco's setting up this contraption?
Oh, I like this rock.
Ren's
Yuki?
watching her.
Put
Go
a
on.
rock in the bag.
Go.
Ren's watching Nariko work and thinking, yeah, okay, that could definitely cause some sort of explosion. How far back should we move? And when? Professor, this is an everyday
Who is
question
Ren
for you.
asking this question to?
Probably Nariko, since she seems to know what the hell she's doing. Maybe.
Nariko kind of looks around. She only like takes a minute to take her eyes away from the work, and she just says, "Oh, I think right there will be fine. Oh, actually, um, tiny dragon brothers. While I'm working on this, you should probably pile up as many of the loose stones away from here. Less chance of getting whacked in the head when this goes off."
I am moving further back.
Oh, yes, we stack rocks away. We take rocks away. We're good at that. They start moving the loose rubble that they can grab away from the blast area.
Yeah. Ren's gonna move back away from all this.
So Narco stacks, rigs her contraption up. Everyone begins to take cover. Narco lights the match. Narco, why don't you give me a check using one of your various tools, whatever you feel is most appropriately applied in this situation.
Yeah. Timing wise, she's going to send off the message to be delivered to the distraction front. Ideally, they start causing their ruckus about the time where she's expecting this to blow off.
Okay.
I think my first thought was Tinkerer's tools, but I do have alchemist supplies, and that seems more appropriate.
Yeah.
In honor of Brother Edward, so we'll use that.
Yeah.
Unless, I think my extra bonus is for any artisan's tools. It doesn't have to be any. Yeah, it's not any specific one. Okay. So let us roll with artisan's tools. So Jade set down David to like help and hang out with Narco while she was like doing the schematics for this. Does David offer any sort of bonuses for skill checks or what?
Yeah, David can give you help.
Cool.
Give you help action.
What does? Oh, so advantage?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, that's fun.
Mhm.
So I'll roll this twice.
God damn. So you set up this contraption.
I almost want to spend inspiration just because I see that 8 as the base roll. And I'm like,
It's incredible. It's incredible on an 8 that turns into a 23. So you set this contraption up, you light it up, everybody starts to take cover. As the flame burns in, it kind of gets sucked into the air within the chamber beyond the rocks. Takes a few seconds, you can hear it catalyzing, and then with a loud booming crash, the boulders kind of explode outward and crumble down. You guys, having had enough time to prepare, you're able to kind of stay to the side of the blast. Even the kobolds are smart enough to know they want to stay away from that. But the blast that you set off opens the hole in the mountain, and the passage is once again open to you. As you do this, I would like everybody to please give me perception checks.
Oh god, how many people did I kill incidentally?
I'm sorry, Nat 20 what?
Nat
You
20.
got
Nat
two of
20
them.
double!
Nat 20 said what?
Got two of them.
19 for Jade. Wow, we are rolling so well tonight, guys.
Right?
Holy crap, 2 nat 20s, a 21, a 22, and a 19 and an 18. Woo! Go us.
So as the blast goes off, and the dust settles, you become aware of a lot of different sounds that you hear. Echoing through the chambers, you hear kind of a bit of a bit of a kerfuffle, which Nariko, you kind of register this as a distraction team starting to make their move. You hear from inside the cave, you hear a couple of voices. They speak in this low, guttural kind of language. Tell me, does anybody here speak Undercommon?
Does
Nay.
David?
Nope.
Does David speak Undercommon? I'm going to say no. He does not.
Damn. Then no, I don't.
What about Jeffrey?
Does Jeffrey speak Undercommon?
Jeffrey. No, Jeffrey does not speak Undercommon.
What about the kobolds?
Kobolds definitely don't speak Undercommon. But you hear this guttural talk, and it suddenly is silenced, and then you hear this weird howling, animalistic kind of growling. Doesn't quite sound like canine, but it has some of those qualities to it, and you hear kind of pattering of like paws on rock, and then again go silent, and the cave itself, after a few moments, you don't hear any further noise from it. Peering inside, you can see, even with those of you who have dark vision, about 10 feet in, the light from outside stops illuminating the tunnel. Beyond that is darkness, but with the vision that you are able to see, you only see a stone floor. You see the sides of the tunnel, and you see that it kind of makes a. Actually, let me measure this out. Give me a moment. You see that it makes a hard left turn about 50 feet in.
So as the silence descends and the dust is clearing, and we're all peering into this cavern, listening and waiting, Jade can see the entire way down, right?
Yes, so if you have at least 60 feet of dark vision, you can see to where the tunnel ends and makes a hard left turn.
Great.
Yeah.
So she's going to, but as she stands there peering out and down the tunnel, she's going to look at Nariko and Reverie, the two people she knows for sure can't see in the dark, but to everyone, and she's going to say, hopefully this makes things a little bit easier for everyone. And she reaches up and it just lightly touches the corners of her eyes, and as her hands come down, little shooting stars flick from her eyes to everyone else's. And if they're looking at each other, you'll see everyone else's eyes kind of glaze over for just a moment with a brilliant star field of stars. And you now have 300 feet of dark vision.
Okay, that's impressive.
I share with you my eyes of night.
Who are you giving that to?
Everyone, because I can give it to 5 willing creatures.
Okay.
Damn.
So if you had 60 feet, you now have 300 feet. If you had nothing, you have 300 feet.
That is very handy.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
That's a damn good trick.
It lasts for an hour.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
frickin' done.
Twilight clerics are fucking broken.
We're so very broken. Wait until you get to the other shit that I can do.
So you're saying that I should try harder?
Yes.
Please no.
No.
Too late. just set off a bomb. It's only going up from here. Well,
Yeah.
with that,
Welcome to session 10. It's been 5 days that this party's known each other. We're already blowing things up.
I mean,
we're
honestly,
going
that's
to
pretty
keep
conservative for us.
It's true.
Yeah. I think we get a move on. It's time to SWAT team. Go, go, go.
Yep, Yuki's ready to go in.
All right.
Cool. I vote Yuki up front.
Done.
Jade will fall more towards the back.
Oh, one thing I'll also note that you hear in this cavern, you hear a constant, like, rhythmic, like, hammering, like, something heavy beating against rock. And even after the sounds of shuffling around stop, that sound continues. I should note that.
Cool.
Rad. Yuki enters.
Right.
Give me a moment to set up the aftermath of Operation Destroy This Tunnel.
Operation Break Shit.
Operation Break Shit.
Operation. Neville definitely owns a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah.
He's finally getting to put it to use. Finally, as if this hasn't happened before.
Okay. So
I'm
as
glad I get
you
to share some of my special stuff with you guys now.
as you enter this tunnel, please give me a marching order.
Yuki first.
I
Are
think
we
Jade is
moving
towards the
single
back.
file or two abreast?
So the tunnel is narrow enough that you would have to go single file.
Nariko shoots things, so she will stick more towards the rear.
I think Jade will be in front of Nariko.
Reverie
good in
will
the
be
middle
in front
somewhere.
of Jade.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll go closer to the front. That's cool. All right, Yuki.
Professor?
Where's Professor going?
He said close to the back.
Only as close to the
Okay.
back as he can. Keep his squishy insides on the inside.
Okay. Yeah, I got an AC.
If Professor really wants to be as back as possible, he can go behind Nariko. She's fine with that.
Alright.
So it's Yuki, Ren, Reverie, Jade, Nariko, Professor.
That'll do.
Alright. Setting this up.
Ooh, new map, new map.
Alright, I think I got this. Here we go.
Woo!
You guys are down here.
Oh, nice.
So you bust open the entrance to the cave. The entrance that you busted open is behind you. I just kind of fit you single file in this tunnel here to give you your starting point. So feel free to move about as you wish. You should each have 300 feet of dark vision.
I'm casting Detect Magic as we step inside.
Would you please put up an aura for me so I can see where that reaches?
Cool. And it is. I can cast this at will without using a spell slot, so this is 30 feet, a 30-foot radius. Put on an aura.
All right, very good.
Bloop. It's a brief shimmer of starlight.
All right, so you're inside the cave.
I'm assuming to my right is just rock.
Correct. The
Alright.
to either side is all solid rock. It looks like what you're standing on is a solid rock floor. There are again rock walls all around you. The ceilings go up about 20 feet. Wherever you have these walls to either side, the wall goes from ceiling to floor. The sides, you can see some of the parts are reinforced with kind of like wood and iron to keep the walls from crumbling in, but you can see throughout the cave that there are like pickaxe marks in the stone, um, likely from miners trying to pull out the iron.
Okay. I would like to move forward but be stealthy about it.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
I'm going to use an inspiration for that.
If you really, I mean, if you really
Ah,
want to make a stealth check after, uh, exploding a hole in a stone wall.
I mean, yeah, because I still want to try to be sneaky and stick my face out and not get fucking beat.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, I have a little something for Yuki as she moves ahead.
Mhm.
Yuki, weapon-wise, do you prefer your Vivity Baps primarily, or do you use like?
Uh, I if I had to pick, I mean, I would say murder mitts because they're 1d6 plus 4 as opposed to 1d4 plus 4. But I'll take
It
any.
seems to me like you've been sticking pretty much with the claws primarily.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then uh, I don't need this, so I'm going to use that free magic weapon I can do once a day, uh, and Narco will uh, kind of pull a little bit of what looks like dust out from a bag, and she'll sort of like quickly spray it over Yuki's hands.
Mhm.
At which point, Yuki, your claws kind of harden up as if they've been coated in brass.
Ooh.
Um, so, magic weapon, it's +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. Also, your attacks are magical in case damage reduction comes into play.
Nice.
That lasts for.
An hour.
Let me double check. It lasts for an hour. Doesn't require concentration because I'm using my racial ability for that, not the actual spell.
Sweet.
Okay.
There
Yuki
you go.
is going to kind of flex her claws and kind of like shink them out and look at Nariko and say, "Shall we go?"
Uh, Narco
Yes,
uh,
please.
loads a shell into her rifle and clocks it in.
All right.
Let's go.
Yuki is gonna move forward.
Stop right there.
Fuck!
Yuki, you try to move into that space. you realize
Yeah.
you cannot, and you are buffeted back here.
Okay.
Uh, what you see ahead of you, Yuki, you see two of these dog-like looking creatures with all sorts of tentacles coming off of them.
Beautiful.
Oh,
They're kind of growling with this low, like gurgling growl. Their paws forward as they spot you in the darkness, but they are holding back. And behind them, you see this Duergar. He's short, uh, gray skin as Duergars have. Um, he is lightly armored. You can spot a dagger at his side, and he kind of cocks his head, and in a voice that is not as gruff as you would expect from a Duergar, from a dwarf, uh, speaks to you in common, Yuki,
Mm.
and he says, "Welcome. I've heard that we may be getting some visitors. What brings you to my mind?"
Yuki kind of cocks her head, and she looks at the two beasts, and she takes a moment to think of her answer before she does. And she says, I believe it's interesting that you refer to this as your mind, sir. I believe you have squatted on someone else's.
Squatted? No, we've taken it for ourselves.
Mm. So you admit that this is truly not your mind,
I
as it is stolen.
I believe it is our mine. You don't see anybody else down here, do you?
The absence of the true owners of the mine does not negate their ownership of said mine. It is you who are the interloper here.
But do the spoils not go to the victors? We defeated them. They were pushed out, so therefore this mine is now ours. But you have not answered my question. What is your business here?
uh, this is Allie trying to think of a good answer. Pocket. We seek to return the mine to the true owners, those who reside in Dum Dorahl.
He kind of laughs as you say that. The rest of you can't hear this. The voices are echoing off the stone walls, despite the still constant pounding of metal against rock. But he laughs at you, Yuki, and he says, "They can have the mines back when we're done with them. Once we have what we need, we have no more use of it."
And what is it that you are doing here, since you
Oh,
are so eager to talk?
I'm not eager to talk. I'm trying to find out whether I should be pushing you out too.
Hmm.
And what we're looking for is none of your business. It is not for surface dwellers to concern themselves with.
Hmm. Well, that is going to be a problem.
Oh,
She's gonna remember that Nariko said we need to go in here and guns blazing and just do the thing. And she's gonna say that it's too bad for it's going to be you who's going to be pushed out.
No hope for compromise then? No hope that you'll just leave without us having to make you?
Yuki's gonna stand out a little farther and go,
Oh.
You can try.
And we will. And then
We
he
can.
says something in Undercommon, and this enlarged Duergar appears in front of you, Yuki, and attacks you.
Gorgeous.
We can hear the conversation.
Yeah.
Are we able to? We're able to respond as well. Will they hear us? Do we get the feeling that they'll hear us too, or is this like an echoing thing happening?
They'll hear you too, but Yuki's already getting attacked.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit you, Yuki?
Yeah, do.
Damn.
That is going to be 11 points of piercing damage
Gorgeous.
as a war pick slams into you. And we can go ahead and roll initiative.
That's hot.
Hang on, where the hell?
Well, alrighty then.
So I'm going to tap Nariko behind me, and Nariko, you get advantage from Vigilant Blessing on your initiative roll.
Excellent, because I did not roll well.
Okay, so I rolled a 17. So I'm gonna roll my dice so I can get in here, and I'll just change it.
Hey, Seb, can we get bars on the Duergar?
Oh!
Yes.
Nat 20 on
Thanks.
the roll.
Amazing.
Well, that was David who rolled a nat 20 apparently.
Oh,
Nice
Yeah.
work, David.
Let me
good
get,
job, David.
Did I have?
Let me get Jade.
I did. No.
You know, I was really hoping that I was going to be wrong about the guard dogs being Cthulhu monsters.
No, you're pretty on point. That was impressive.
I mean, it's nice being right, but I don't like
Is
the
it?
answer.
See, in my workplace, I'm exhausted being right. I hate fucking being right. I'm right all the damn time.
You can delete
It's
David from the initiative.
hmm.
I guess I had him clicked by mistake.
Okay.
So Jade's in there.
Okay. So I'm deleting David.
Yeah, because I have Jade's already in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just switch Jade to being the 23 instead.
No, I rolled a 17 because I used my real dice. My digital dice gave me a 23.
Fuck.
Never mind.
Yeah, I know. Unless you want me to keep it, I'll keep it.
Why can't I? What is going on here? It's not letting me enter.
It's not cheating if I have
There.
permission.
It's not cheating if I have permission.
Yuki and Nariko, what are your deck scores?
14.
Hold, please.
More than 14.
Yeah,
There's
Yuki's, Yuki's
14
probably
Yuki.
Dex is 18.
Yuki win.
higher. Jade, what is your deck score?
17.
Okay. Professor, what is yours?
It is 16.
Okay. And Ren, what about you?
15.
Okay. All right. Everybody, initiatives look good.
Yep.
Excellent. It is music time.
Dun-dun-dun.
So Yuki once again, talking some lip, wasn't amenable to leaving the mine. Got attacked.
No. Yep.
Rever, you are first to act.
River is going to move up so she can. Crap. I'm gonna throw a dagger at the one in front of Yugi.
Okay. 23 hits.
3 piercing. 10, 15, 20. That is my turn.
Reverie, as you come up, please give me an insight check. There is a look of recognition on this one's face as you appear from behind the rock. Do with that as you
Okay.
Yuki.
A. Ow. B. That was murder bits.
Give me murder bits.
Murder bits.
Ow.
Oh wait, sorry, wrong one. Boop.
Yeah, 24 hits. And you want to keep that damage for 7?
I mean, also, it would actually be 8, right, to attack and damage rolls,
Oh, because you get a +1.
because I had a +1.
Yes, that'd
Yes.
be 25 to hit and then 8 damage. So yes, that would be 8 damage. Do you want to keep that?
No,
Okay.
not really.
All right, you can try to roll again, but we'll take the second roll.
Okay.
Same roll.
Okay.
All right,
Woo.
8 points.
Also, I still don't see health bars on
Oh, sorry.
any of those. It's alright. I was waiting till it was on my turn to be a pain in your ass.
That guy. This guy.
So I know how dead I'm gonna be in 25 seconds.
I love this game.
That's what we do to relax, guys.
It is. Ah, fuck my life. Alright,
That guy.
that's fine.
What is happening?
Because.
That guy. All right.
He's saying a lot of guys, and I don't see that many people in the initiative, and it's freaking me out.
Health bar should be on now.
And when I use murder mitts, I get to use close measures. Wait, I thought I could do another attack. Yeah, when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or monk weapon on your turn, you make one unarmed strike as a bonus action.
You can do that, yes.
I can do that. Time for some skibbity pap.
14 will not hit.
Yeah, of course it won't.
But will a 15 hit?
15 also will not hit.
Fuck. Good try, Neville.
You're gonna have to remind me to add that +1 because I know I'm gonna forget.
It's okay. I wrote it down because I probably will too.
Put a token icon on to help us remember.
Good
With
call.
little knives on it.
Where's the little knives? Do, 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 do. Alright, I can do this after my turn. That way I'm not wasting everybody's time. I did attack. Bonus action. Can't really move without getting attacked. So, I think that's it for me.
You have the mobile feat.
Do I? Where is that? Book. action? What?
That's the one where if you attack somebody, they don't get opportunity attacks for you for the round.
Check your features.
Yeah, that's it. See?
It's been a while since you've been in combat with this character.
It has been.
It's literally been once.
We've literally had one combat session with this character.
A month ago.
And then you leveled up, so you got new things as well.
Yeah.
It's true.
Give yourself time. It's okay.
Yeah. We're gonna dip the fuck out.
Okay.
What do I have? 50 feet. I don't want to go too fucking far. We're gonna boop back here next to Reverie. Maybe a little farther. Oh.
You sure? You do have the option to go that way. If you want to, kind of get deeper into it.
Why do I want to get deeper? I have 9 hit points left.
Come up behind you.
Kill us.
I have 9 points left.
Don't worry, guys. You're not gonna die. I have spare the dying. Unless I die, in which case it sucks to be you.
All right, we're gonna hang. We're gonna stay here. I'm done moving around. We're
Alright.
gonna hang here. We're gonna hide behind Reverie for a minute until someone can fucking keep me from dying.
Gotta hide behind the person with less hit points than you.
Yep.
Nariko, you're up.
Alright. Okay, I can't see shit, so up 2, 4, 5. Okay. 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 Let's see. What is the range on this? Okay. This is potentially dumb, but we're gonna do it.
I love it.
Nariko rushes forward, sees all of this mess, sees that Yuki got badly whacked and is retreating, so she needs to lay down some covering fire. So she rushes up to here, and she pulls a device out from her little apron. It kind of looks like a bit of like a super soaker almost, but she kind of like stretches this big kind of vial onto like her wrist. She hits a switch. A jar of red goo and a jar of blue goo start mixing into each other, and she points the nozzle forward, and I need the Duergar, the guard beast, and the Duergar back here. Dex saving throw. As she uses Tasha's caustic brew.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Alright.
Very specifically, after the last fight underground, she wanted something that could give her some crowd control option.
Dex save. So the Duergar in front of you fails. And that means if they fail, they're also covered in acid, is that right?
Yes. So if they fail, they take the acid damage at the start of each of their turn.
Oh, so not right away.
No. Although so
I
far
think
historically
right away
in Go
in that.
games. So here's the thing. Strictly as these kinds of spells go, like Guardian Spirits and the acid and all that, they always just do their damage at the start of whatever turn. Joe, though, has historically throughout his games also had them do them at the start as well as a personal preference. So that's his call to make.
Yeah, no, I'll keep that.
I feel like that makes more sense. Like, if you're getting hit with acid,
It should immediately start
it's
burning.
gonna,
right?
it's gonna hit you right away.
It's It's whatever logic you prefer. So in that case, you can do the acid damage now, and then at the start of their turn,
Yeah.
you'll take the acid damage.
This is a failure.
And we'll continue to do so until they have to, either they or another creature has to use an action to wipe the acid off.
And that one is a success. Is it save or suck? Or is it half damage on a save?
It does not appear to do half damage on a save.
Okay. So the Duergar in front of you and the top guard beast, as I'm calling it, they get whacked with the acid, but the Duergar standing furthest away is kind of able to kind of like matrix dodge out of the way of this line of acid.
Cool. Nariko used all her movement to get up there. That is my action. I do not have a bonus action, so she's just going to then start rapidly ducking and weaving to avoid the retaliation that is sure to come.
Right. This Duergar at the beginning of its turn takes acid. Do you want to use the same damage roll?
Yes, please.
Take 7 acid. Let's see if he's going to opt to attack or wipe the acid off. He's going to opt to wipe the acid off. Spends his turn doing that. Brings us to Jade.
Okay. This didn't work the way that I thought it was going to immediately. That's fine. I was prepared for this. Prepared for this by being terrified of everything. 25.
Jade, stop right there for a second.
Yes.
With your detect magic up, you detect illusion magic from this space here.
Illusion.
From these two, you detect a school of magic that you are unfamiliar with.
Okay. The magic that I'm getting from that square that I don't see anything in, is it?
From this one.
Do I feel like? Yeah. Do I feel like it's being hidden, or there's something there that's magical?
All you can tell is that there's illusion magic in place in that space.
There's illusion magic in place there. Okay. So what I see right now is these 2 little guard beasts. They could be very good dogs. I don't know. The very big Duergar and the one in the back that's got like a nice hand knife thing going on, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to make sure that when we're hitting these guys, we're hitting them hard as we can. I was gonna try to make nice with you, but that's not gonna happen now. So I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. And I'll lay down Fairy Fire. And it's a 20-foot cube? Is that what it is?
I believe so, yeah.
20-foot cube. And
Would this cube grab all current enemies and the illusion?
yeah, that's what I would like to do. Thank you very much.
I did want your 9 HP ass to walk over that spot. You.
Yeah, you did.
Boosh,
What's your DC, Jade?
DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
15.
Hopefully the thing that's hidden by the magic stuff is fails it.
This one.
Fail it.
Which tab's it on? This one. The one in front fails.
Yay, the big one.
That's a good light up one. Yeah, I'll put that one on.
Yay! I get my own little thing.
And these guys. Dex save. The 2 little beasties.
The 2
Yay! Nothing happens in that one square though. Nothing gets illuminated.
Nope.
Okay, but it doesn't move either.
Nope.
All right. So I'm gonna make a note of that and don't mention anything to anyone just yet, because I don't know if it's a bad guy gonna pop out, and it'll be better if we make it a surprise on our end, or if it's the thing that they're looking for, in which case I don't want them to know about it.
Question for you: Fairy Fire is concentration, yes?
Yes. So
you're
detect magic will go down
correct.
as my fairy fire goes off.
Yep. So you can take
It's fine.
that aura off.
Yes. I will take the aura off. And that is... Oop. That. Alright, that was my action to cast that. I don't have any bonus actions I'm willing to use right now. That's an option for later if I need it. Okay, so that was my movement, my action. I don't have any bonus actions I can do right now, so that's what we're gonna hang on with, and I'm very close to everything that's about to happen.
Okay. The initial Duergar is going to go. Measure something out here.
I don't like that at all.
Nope.
Hate all of that.
You see, as Jade and Nariko pour in from the tunnel, that Duergar keeps his eyes locked on Reverie, and he looks out across the cavern and he says, "You, lost one, I know who you are."
Is that uncommon?
Yes, that is in common. Reverie, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
That sounds fantastic.
Oh no. Oh no!
Reverie.
Oh, no.
Sacred Flame is called down upon you. You take 4 points of radiant damage.
Jeez.
And begins to wait, actually let me check, make sure I'm breaking any rules. Nope, I'm not. Okay. Begins to cast another spell, Reverie. A spectral sword appears behind you.
Okay.
Put the concentration bacon. And is going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Miss. Obviously. Yes, that hits.
You are going to take another 4 points of... What is this? Force damage. 4 points of force damage.
Quite rude.
So
Super
rude.
That's the end of its turn. This beast that is covered in acid, red beast, is going to go. First is going to take some damage. And is going to rush forward. Is going to try to bite at Nariko. So this beast comes rushing at you, tentacles flailing off its face, burning with acid. It is a dirty 20 to hit you.
That hits.
It is going to be 3 points of piercing. and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh, that's not great. Roll. Roll. Damn it. Okay. Roll 20. D&D Beyond, rather, is being
Not
a
helpful.
butt. Okay. It's probably gonna like roll through later. Let me do here. Okay. I have no bonus to this. Okay, but that's an 18. I will take that.
Hey!
That'll be good.
On an 18, this beast tries to pounce on you and tries to kind of like stomp at you with its paws on your chest, trying to knock you down. But you are able to resist. You stay upright.
Oh, thanks, Digital Dice.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad you had my back. You finally showed up. Right?
Professor!
Okay, some excitement has been happening. So he's. Look at that move. 25. Oh. He kind of takes a look at the guard beast, and he looks down at Jeffrey like, do you know that guy? He's got tentacles like you.
Jeffrey looks at the beast. You see his eyes widen, and you kind of understand the word guard.
Oh.
For context, Professor, this Duergar and this beast are both lit up by Jade's fairy fire, so if you choose to attack, you would have advantage on them. In addition, this beast up here is sizzling with acid from Nariko's acid blast.
Okay. So doing a quick needs assessment on what needs to be taken down faster, what's being hurt by damage over time, kind of narrows his eyes in on the Duergar, and he kind of hefts his hand up, palm up, and like this blue mote of fire just sort of erupts in the air, and he kind of slugs it out forward like pitching a baseball at the Duergar.
19 hits. Roll again, see if you
There
crit.
you go.
I'll take the damage from the first roll.
Okay.
Nothing funky going on. There is not. Hang on. Oh, that's why I still have the arrow on. That's why I can't select it. 6 points of fire damage. Anything else from you, Professor?
25. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of duck back again. Why can't I move? Fucking Jeffrey.
Fucking Jeffrey.
I think he's stuck in the wall. I've got Jeffrey with me. Duck back again.
Is Jeffrey stuck in the wall?
Jeffrey was stuck in the wall. I was trying to move them both at the same time.
Oh, okay. Is that all of you, Professor?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Next little tentacle-faced beastie is going to run up. 25. Also going to try to snap at Nariko.
Did it get hit with the acid? No.
No.
It was in the other direction. Damn
That
it.
is a 19 to hit Nariko.
That hits.
Fuck.
That is going to be 8 points of piercing and another strength save.
Ooh.
He still managed to stay upright as this one too tries to push you down. Red.
Ren has watched his friends, for the most part, run by him and just shakes his head and starts trotting out because he saw Yuki get hit and then fall back. So he's going to go help out Yuki. Yeah, for a second I wasn't counting my spaces. I'm like, wait, I still don't really have to count my spaces. 40 feet.
It's amazing.
Pretty cool, honestly. Alright, let's do
Yeah.
some cure wounds. Take back 9 hit points.
I will do so and say thank you.
Yeah, well, you guys better figure this out because I got a lot of you guys hit. And
Okay,
2
I
more
can do
spell
something too.
slots to figure out your lives, guys. End turn.
The pounding Yuki reverie, you hear it to the south of you, stops. And from out of one of these tunnels, actually I don't think he can make it because I don't think he's got the movement. Doesn't have the movement, is going to
Good.
come out
Oh, thank goodness.
and stop here, using a dash action to get there. You see what looks to be a extremely pained Duergar in some kind of odd mech suit. Did I just lose connection?
I hear you.
Still hear you, but it's like spinning on roll 20.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not just me. Oh, that's fun.
That does not look like a fun Iron Man suit. Weird lizard man.
He's not having a good time. No, not having a good time.
Well, Roll20 doesn't want to zoom in for me. Well, anyway, well, trust me when I say it is, it's very terrifying.
It's okay, we'll see it in a second.
Yeah, you'll see it because another one comes up from the north. This one does have enough movement to make it to Yuki.
Oh no.
Bitch.
There! Oh, that's a sword.
Oh, that's a sword.
There he is!
Oh my gosh! Oh, is that like a pickaxe, like, on his head?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh no!
Not a good time. Not a good time. Not an Iron Man suit. You don't want that.
No, you don't want that suit.
Gonna try to swing at you with its claw hand. Try to
Right.
try to get you with its claw hand, Yuki. I
Beautiful.
assume missing you on a 10?
Yeah. He
And then
missed.
it's going
Big swing.
to try with the backhand with its large hammer hand.
Great.
13?
Miss, motherfucker.
Miss. Back to the top of the round, Reverie.
Magic missile, that stupid cleric.
Magic missile that cunt.
For 12 points of force damage.
Yeah!
Which one are you? The one
The
that...
concentration bacon.
Concentration Bacon. So 12 points just hits.
Oh, okay.
Let's do a concentration check.
Fail it.
Succeeds.
Damn it.
That is my turn.
Right. Check something real fast. Sorry, give me one moment, guys.
No.
Actually, sorry, I should have had this ready.
You're okay. Oh, the 30 seconds you're taking to get something while we're going over here, like, panicking on each of our turns and trying to figure out what to do, you're fine.
Right? Fuck,
You
fuck,
have to
fuck,
deal with
fuck.
just our character. You're dealing with an entire world.
It's very accurate.
Gotcha. Okay. So that was Reverie's turn. Yuki, you are up.
I am. Okay. So. I'm gonna do mobile. Right? I can do that.
You have to make an attack for that to activate.
Ah, ball sacks.
Let me double check.
No, I'm looking. When you use the dash action. When you make a melee, creature doesn't provoke up. Yeah, when you make a melee attack against a creature. Alright, well, I was hoping to just go start tearing shit up by Nariko, but I will do what I can over here first.
So
So-
hold on. Before
Yeah.
you make that decision,
Okay.
what you can do is you can make a melee attack against one of these things.
Yeah.
And then you can move and get up to Nariko and still use your bonus action on armed strike if you want.
That's
If you
yeah.
want to do that.
That's what I was thinking.
That
Do
is
the-
an option.
I love that you're like, that is an option. Not your best option, but it is an option. That's what I feel.
Whether
he
it's a
more
good
said
option.
it to be like, I don't want to tell you how to
Listen.
do anything. But
This one wanted me to walk with fucking 9 points into some
Hey,
goddamn bullshit.
maybe that
well, I
thing-
don't believe him at
A
all.
little bit.
maybe the hidden thing would have healed you forever.
Bullshit. Let it kill me forever. No thank
Maybe.
you. Anywho, I'm gonna attack this top Duergar mech with a melee
Please do.
attack. I will. Once I get to the right page on my sheets. Alright. Coming for some murder hits. This is +1 to everything, so 12?
12 will miss.
Ah, ball sacks. That's fine. No. Wait, does it?
Does
Do
not
I have to hit?
Does not have to hit.
Okay. Perfect. You read my mind. Get out of my head. Alright, so we're gonna chink chink and then miss, and we're gonna go look at Ren and say, can you help Reverie? I need to help Nariko.
I will
She
do
is
so.
surrounded. And she's gonna go boop, 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 boop over here, and we're gonna attack the blue beastie.
You do so with advantage.
Yeah, I do!
Mhm.
Woohoo! And it's gonna be skibbity paps. Wow. Whore biscuits. No. Nope. I'm using my last
No,
fucking.
you have advantage.
Nope, you haven't.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you're right. You're right. Oh, I just got so mad. Oh, I got so mad.
15 hits.
At 16, yeah.
Okay.
16 hits.
Ooh, I got mad for a minute. Thank you
Use
for
your
calming
real
me down.
dice, dude.
I know.
We have all these cool, awesome dice. Use them. 9
Um, a reminder to Yuki: you can still be using your D6 for the damage on your bonus action attacks.
Okay.
Your cat's claws.
Whatever your skibidi bap is assigned to is doing
Yeah.
the D4, as opposed to your claws, which are the D6.
Dang it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I get for renaming things.
Roll a
funny.
d2.
All right. I roll a
Just roll a
D2.
d6. Just roll a d6.
Okay.
Ah, so 10.
Now it's 11 damage.
There
11.
you go.
Now it's a party.
Anything else for you?
No, I think I've taken it up enough time.
Nark.
All right. Nariko is suddenly tanking. That is not what she wanted to be doing. I have shocking grasp for melee situations, but I don't think it'll do enough damage to take out the Duergar on its own. So she's going to use her gun. Thankfully, with Fairy Fire, that'll cancel out the disadvantage. So-
Worth noting, this Duergar that's in front of you is wearing scale mail and has a shield.
I need the damage more than I need the advantage to hit, to be
Understood.
perfectly honest. I thought long and hard about the pros and cons. So it should just be a regular roll. So let's see how we do.
Hey.
That is a hit.
Nice.
6 points of damage.
Yeah, I think that's. I can't risk opportunity attacks right now, so that's my turn.
All right. Duergar is going to answer back. Swings the war pick at you, Nariko. It's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, no, that's
Damn.
Um, there it is. It is 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
just enough.
damn it.
No!
Narco goes down. Jade.
Okay, quick question. Does temp HP bring you up from 0?
Yes.
Excellent. Jade sees Nariko go down, and as she does, her eyes go wide and wider until they are completely, what looks for a second, black. And then that darkness spreads out from her and encompasses her in an area of 30 feet. And when it does that, you realize it's not actually darkness. It's the light that you see at the end of the night, right before dawn breaks. That shifting color between darkness and light in that soft, misty purple color as she but as Twilight Sanctuary settles around her in a 30-foot radius. All of my allies in that sphere get 7 temporary HP up, and you will continue to get that every time you end your turn within my circle. They do not stack. They do not stack. But if you go out and come back in, you'll re-up your hit points.
Broken.
Broken.
Love it.
Everybody with that aura, please add 7 temporary hit points.
7.
I find it's useful to just keep track of that and like a red HP bar on the side,
Yeah, if you want to do that, I'll
so
take
I don't lose track of what my green hit points are doing.
Yeah, if you want to use the red hit bars, I'll turn that on for you guys.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And that uses my... What's that? And as that happens, you see from that aura, as well as it dies down and settles into this space, there's a red glow on the necklace at Jade's throat, and then it disappears as well as she uses. I do have to use my channel divinity to do that.
Does that require concentration at all?
No.
You just have it.
It only lasts a minute.
I mean,
but yes, I just have it and it moves with me.
That's amazing.
No big.
For God said so.
It's great, yeah. Papa said I was allowed. Anyway, that's it for me, for my action and my bonus action. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate you and everything you taught me. That's it.
That's all for you, Jade?
I will move ever so slightly this way to get some cover, but my friends are still within my aura. That's it. That's my turn.
Alright. Our first friend, Duergar, takes a step forward, looks hell-bent on continuing his assault on Reverie. Once again, Reverie, I need you to please give me a dexterity saving throw. Okay. That's going to be 1 point of radiant damage. And the spectral sword is going to take another swing at you. 15.
That hits.
is for 3 points of force damage. On to this one, which is full of acid. It only has 4 hit points left, so it dies.
Yay. That probably looks horrible.
So let's go ahead and take that out of the initiative. And Professor, you are up next.
Alright, so I saw the tomfuckery happening up here with Nariko. 15. Oof. And he looks over to Ren and he says, "Are you able to help her?"
Which her? There are multiple hers I need to help right now, but I am trying.
Gestures to the one on the ground, Nariko.
I thought Nariko got the temporary HP to get back up.
She's conscious, but she is prone from going down.
But if she gets out of harm's way, she's going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Let me help this one first, he says, pointing to, oh my gosh, Reverie. She keeps getting hit.
Okay, right. He kind of looks down at his journal, he flips through the pages like, I don't like this, this is not... Okay, alright. I'm gonna hate this! And he jumps up here. Jeffrey follows along. Right there. And he's like, this is fucking. This is fucky. And I will bonus action cast Shield of Faith.
Very nice.
And I'll look to the Duergar and say, right, fucky. You there, big guy. Look at me, I'm here, standing here with a big stick. You want to see my stick?
16 hits. Professor, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
He kind of shakes the stick around and then kind of braces himself and he's like, right, and you're faced with someone bigger than you are, you hack at the hinges. And he just kind of like swings it like a baseball bat at the Duergar's knee.
Until I took an arrow to the knee. Duergar takes the damage, drops down to the knee. You see the light leave his eyes as he shrinks back down to normal size and drops.
That worked. He kind of yells back, "Go one!" And that's it.
All right. This other beast gonna take advantage of a prone Nariko and try to bite. 17?
Does not hit.
Tries to snap at you with its jaws, but does not make it. Ren, you're up.
Bren's going to look at the 2 iron Duergars. Hello. I do not believe we need your assistance at this party. And he stretches over and just taps Reverie on the shoulder and casts Cure Wounds. Oh shit, I'm rolling good for this bullshit!
Very nice.
Yeah, you are.
9 points back. And he'll just, kind of stay there in like a semi-intimidating stance, but we all know how intimidating he can be. It's not. He tries. Yes, it's my turn.
All right. Our first mech gonna come up at you, Ren. And is going to
Sorry.
first try to grab you with its claw. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that one actually hits.
It is going to be 7 points of piercing.
Ow. That was unnecessary.
And then tries to bash you with its hammer. For, I believe 14 will probably miss.
That will definitely miss.
Alright.
Do you not better to do with your time?
As you speak to this thing, you see this Duergar sitting in this mech just kind of howls at you, just like it's just some kind of eternal pain.
That's all.
The other one is going to step into the space of the spectral sword and also try to hit you, Ren. First with the claw, 19 to hit. I believe hits you, Ren. Yes. Unless you got anything. Anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear. Oh, I was muted.
So it's a 19 to hit you, Ren. It's a total of 4 piercing with the claw on this one.
Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, mine's 4.
That's okay.
I thought they were.
And then this one is also going to try to whack you with its hammer hand. It's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit too.
That is going to hit you for 6 points of bludgeoning.
Ow. Great. Hey guys, the healer's at less. Well, almost half.
It's okay. You ended your turn. Make sure you take your 7 temp HP.
Yup.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought I had to walk out of the area and back. Okay.
Do you still have? Did you use your temp HP already?
Not during my turn. I used it after my turn. So when I start my turn, then it comes back, right?
No, you do have to. Sorry, I thought you didn't take it the first time around. Yeah, you do have to. You do have to end your turn in the aura. It
Okay.
says when you.
Can you
Hang on,
post that?
We'll check this.
Can you just post
Yeah.
that?
Hold on. I'm getting it right now.
All good.
Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant the creature one of these abilities, which I took to mean it has to be like. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, whenever you have your turn, so long as you end it in the happy purple zone, then you get that 10 hit point refresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that the first time. We're cool, so I'll just need to get around and do it again.
Yeah.
so
So
like
if you
so
pop
like-
out and come back in, you'll get it again.
Well,
Okay, cool.
you just stay in it. Whenever you end your turn in it.
Oh, it just.
It's just
Oh, it
whenever.
just re-ups.
Yeah, you don't have to leave the aura.
Yeah, it's just,
Oh.
it's just whenever you end your turn in that aura, you get the 7 temp hit points if, if all your temp points your temp HP are gone.
Oh, excellent. Okay, great. Then yes, Ren, you get your 7 temp HP back. That's awesome.
I don't think it matters if it's gone. It's whatever's higher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So how it is Ren, before these things attacked, Ren had that 10 hit points. It's been expended. When Ren gets their next turn, so long as they end their turn in the aura, they'll get that 10 back.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay, great. I was thinking you had to
All
be
right.
moving in and out of it to get it re-upped. That makes more sense. Excellent.
Professor, from invisibility, another Duergar appears in front of you.
Ah!
Ah,
And is going to take a swing at you with a blade that looks like it's made of energy from its own arm.
oh, you have to teach me how to do that.
What's your current AC?
20.
20. This thing rolls like 21.
Balls. Shield.
Oh god. Professor, you take 30 points of force damage.
Shield?
Even with shield.
Did he take shield?
One reaction
Yeah.
shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
then it misses. I didn't hear that.
Sorry, I didn't yell it.
I didn't hear the shield.
Yeah, sorry, it's shield.
You avoid the
Because
damage.
you rolled. Thank,
Thank
He-
fucking
thank
God.
God. Because you
He
would have been
didn't-
dead.
Yeah.
He didn't shout it like a child like I do.
I
You
will
mean
next.
you got it the right way?
True.
Shield!
Oh my God.
Shit.
All right. It's past 11 o'clock. This is the start of a new round. You guys want to
God,
break here for
fuck.
the night?
I got one more
I-
round in me if anyone else does.
I
I
have
need
another
sleep.
round, so I know whether or not I should be rolling another character for next time.
I heard.
One
did-
person needs sleep though.
I did hear Ben say he needs sleep.
Oh, okay.
Then don't forget to add that 9 points of healing you got onto Reverie.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need that fucking healing.
Along with your hemp HP.
We also need that.
All
I'm
right.
gonna put that in the chat real quick so we have it.
All right. I love you all. I'm out. Have a good night.
Love
Night-night.
you.
Bye, love you.
No,
I gotta take off too because the girls are both screaming. You guys take care.
Good
Love
night.
Thank you,
Love
Dan.
you.
Yeah,
Guys, we are so dead.
I
So dead.
I
We're
pretty
doing
much
fine.
It's fine.
We're
We're fine.
Fine.
for the record,
I have
that
one spell
was
slot left. This is fine.
for the
Fine.
record, that was near max damage on that hit.
Near, meaning they do more.
So max damage
Jeez.
on that is 27. No. 20. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do that wrong? Hang on. I did 10, 22. Oh, that should have been 25 points of damage. I miscalculated.
Only 25.
I
Oh,
would have been up
Yeah.
with 2 HP still.
That should have that should have been
Yeah,
25.
it's fine.
That should have been 25 points of damage. Max damage is 27
Jesus fuck.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that hit.
It's fine. Like, look, guys. My next attack, I can do like 1d8 of damage. So
Yeah. You're fine. You're basically golden.
we're
Done.
fine.
Done. You're gonna crush it.
I
You're
do,
gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna crush him, is what you're gonna do.
and just so you know, the team distraction is making a difference. I do have a timer of when something's going to happen.
Jesus.
Oh my God, there's a timer.
We're so dead.
So
I'm
I,
so excited and terrified.
so I do want you guys to know that I have not forgotten about team distraction. They are doing stuff.
Thank God. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Oh gosh. And we've got these ones down here. Oh, jeez. So crazy. But hey, we're using our spell slots and our stuff wisely, it feels like.
I'm rolling regular dice next week. Jesus
Yeah.
fuck.
I just got a bunch of pretty new dice in, and I'm using them, and they're great. I have all these dice sets. I'm not going to use the digital dice if I don't have to.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I did crank up the danger a little bit because everybody has, or a lot of you have high ACs and all that, and you know,
High
all that healing.
ACs
I love
and a bunch of magical bullshit.
So I did crank up the danger on this a little bit.
Great. So excited.
I think 3 out of the 4 attacks sent my way hit, so I don't think my high AC really has been an issue.
Those, you know what? Those were
So,
all
good
those
job.
were all lucky rolls though, because I was consistently rolling like above 15 for a while there.
Every once in a while, the dice love Joe. And when they love Joe, they hate us. So, you know, it's what it is. It's fine.
I felt it starting to wane when the mech missed Yuki twice.
Yeah.
Thank-
Oh, God. Thank
Thank
goodness for that.
God. Jesus. And you're like, oh, he's gonna swing with a hammer, and I'm like, oh, just a hammer? That's
Just gonna
great.
nail you a little
It's
bit.
it's
Just gonna.
giant hammer hand.
It's fine.
They look
Fine.
pained. They look like they're in pain.
They look
Yeah,
like
they're
they
not
are
having.
perpetually in pain. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have
they're
a
not
terrible
having a
boss.
good time.
This is why you should unionize, Duergar.
They are
That's
not
the
having a good
boss,
time.
and that's
I'll be right
why
back.
things
Okay.
happen.
Okay.
Narco's just like looking over the design, like, okay, so this is dumb. They're kind of using the pilot as like, but clearly the pilot is unwilling. So you could have just used an animating spirit instead, and it would have been way better.
Right? Like David. Don't use David. He's mine. He's my friend. But like David, you could do that.
I mean, the Duergar
But no.
are assholes.
They're crazy.
Right. But most ashholist traits develop out of some sort of, cultural evolution, selection that like, or it was brutal, but it was efficient or necessary.
Maybe they think pain is like a virtue.
No, they're just
Or
assholes.
they're
Fucking
just assholes who are torturing some of their own people. Either way.
masochistic douchebags.
God.
I feel less bad about choosing violence.
Yeah. I feel really good about being able to use a bunch of my cool shit. I've been waiting to use my cool
It would have
stuff.
been cool.
Yeah.
Which is also another reason why I thought a combat would be good here.
I mean, yeah, like one combat every 10 sessions seems like pretty good.
Seems fair.
Seems fair.
Oh, speaking of RP MVP,
Oh yeah.
Boy. I think MVP for Jade for crazy healing aura and being able to give everybody 300 feet of dark vision in this one.
That lasts an hour.
Absolutely.
300 feet,
Absolutely.
300 feet of dark vision. Twilight Sanctuary, which lasts for a minute, and I can get that back if I take a short rest because that's my channel divinity. And also, my detect magic is at will and doesn't use any spell slots,
Yeah. Twilight
so I
clerics
can do that anytime I
are
want to.
fucking broken.
Twilight clerics are broken, and I'm so here for it. Great. Eventually, I'll utilize her to the best of her abilities. She does really well in crisis situations. It's just not in crisis situations she has a problem. So what did we learn tonight?
Wait, we still need another reward.
Did we not give? Sorry, I thought we gave RP to Nariko.
No. I need a roleplay word. Nariko is absolutely in the running for that.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
For sure, Nariko.
For pulling
Nariko-
together, pulling together the Avengers.
Between her talking to Yuki, her moment with Yuki, kind of helping Yuki out, trying to figure that stuff out.
And her moment with
everything at the orphanage, helping get what they needed from the I want to say brewery. That's not right. The fucking
monastery.
Thank you, monastery. Yeah, 100%.
I will also say to Ren for Clone Club.
That was
Clone
good.
Club.
Clone Club is good.
Clone Club is good. And then the professor as well, like deciding to change into his kitsune form to start in stealth inside, like which was not a big moment, but what was a really good role play moment.
I
want to pet him, by the way. But Jade is like freaking out slightly, wanting to pet the professor.
That's second base.
Do it.
I've never even kissed anybody before.
I also really liked Yuki trying to learn a lesson about the dwarves.
That was good too.
She tried.
She's trying. Look, all you could do is try.
I think I gotta give it to Nariko though for Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
Just imagine the mine shaft as a very large pipe. And we're going to make a bomb out of that pipe.
Yeah, also all that crazy shenanigans.
So this is a gun.
Getting
I'm basically going
kobolds
to build
involved.
this inside of the mountain. You cool with that?
A pipe bomb, if you will.
Enlisting the kobolds. Yeah, 100% Nariko, for sure.
Yeah.
Great. That'll bring me up to 2, and I totally won't need them at all next session.
Definitely not. Definitely won't need them at 0 regular HP and 1 and 7 temp HP at all. Definitely won't need that. Definitely.
So, not that I'm planning anything later, but Joe, how easy is it to get a hand of stuff like aluminum and magnesium, like various metals and their oxides thereof?
In the mine.
I
I mean, a town like Dum Dorahl probably would be a decent enough place to start.
yeah, there are places you can get that from.
Excellent.
All right. What did we learn today? We'll sign off.
We learned that we can do anything so long as we're together, including not dying. If we just go in expecting to fuck things up and just go forward with it, it's gonna work out, right? That's what we learned today.
I learned that thermobaric weapons sound really impressive, but the chemistry behind them is actually really simple.
Terrifying, which is a good lesson.
Yuki learned that dwarves really like beer, and you shouldn't fuck with that. Regardless of how important you think the lesson is.
I think that should win, if only because it is an actual lesson that Yuki learned today.
Yeah. I guess to like broaden that for everybody else is like, don't take people's things because they are important to them for their own reasons.
It's actually like a thing in psychology, is that despite living in the future where food and water and other bare essentials for life are easier enough to come across, people just still have a deeply ingrained immediate hostile reaction to anyone taking their food from them.
Mm-hmm.
We have never shed that.
Nope, and we never will.
All right, dwarfs like beer. That is our lesson.
Dwarves like beer. That's a good lesson right there.
I seem to recall an entire player character built around that whole concept.
You
Ethan.
did.
Yeah. Yep. Don't take dwarves beers, no matter how important you think the lesson is. Check. All right, guys. I also have to go to the place of the pillows because work is too stupid early in the morning.
Okay, honey.
Agreed.
Good night. Love you.
Good night. Good night. Love you all.
Good night.
Night.
What did Professor
Hi.
learn today?
Yeah, what Professor learned today?
I don't know. He was pretty backseat today. I mean, he got up there and saw that there is very little standing between the bad guys on the left and the good guys on the right. So Squishy Wizard's going to try and be a tank for 2 minutes. He learned bravery or stupidity. We'll see which one.
It's terrifying how often the two of those coincide.
Learned that Shield of Faith and Shield pair together quite nicely. To give you a nice
Yes, they
plus,
do.
give
Yes,
you a nice
they
plus
do.
7 to your AC.
Which is great
I
one time.
One time.
I'm getting flashbacks to Zeke right there.
God.
Very nice. I learned that explosions are cool, and that you can manufacture one out of a barrel of spicy beer.
Spicy beer.
I am so glad that I already planned for Nariko to go Battlesmith, because it makes so much narrative sense that she thinks I should build a bodyguard to stand in front.
Yep.
Because this keeps happening.
Be right back.
And that's how Zeke was made.
I'll be honest. I might reuse and just it's just a robot with a big old shield for a hand just in the front, just like all right, just stop them from getting to me. I've been on the lookout. I've been trying to see if any like things we come across would like inspire a somewhat unique design, but so far nothing's really coming through. So I think Nariko might just go for big strong robot man or small adorable robot man. I'm not. I need to double check the stats to see what it actually looks like.
It's awesome.
Man, we learned a lot today.
We did. We did. Um, I will go ahead and stop the recording there, and I'll sign off by saying, "See you in the mines."